All right, all right, all right. What's up, folks? Let's talk about y'all gonorrhea of the neck president. Let's go ahead and get into old gonorrhea neck and see how bad this fool is doing. Let's see how bad he is doing, man. And what is this out here? Action in Ecuador? Pentagon announces military action in Ecuador to fight terrorists. God damn, perfect goddamn topic and timing of tonight's show. The America First economy, homie. The America First economy with a gonorrhea neck. Man, what the hell kind of shit is Melania spreading around them legs, man? Them dirty ass cheeks. Dirty cheek Melania then got abused and then decided to give Trump another shot of it. And that thing is ill. That thing is ill. He may need him a Maduro shot, man. That's what Trump need. While y'all talking all that shit about the jab and all that shit, Trump need one right now, tonight. That nigga need one and shit. Should have fucked with Hillary. He's better off messing with Hillary. I mean, this fool is dying right before our eyes, and I'm loving it. And I'm loving it, man. But let's get into it, man, because the comical thing to me, man, is real comical. And I love pointing this shit out in the face of Trump lovers. And the fact that I come across so many of them, man. And these are the types that I come across who are actually the types who will probably burn crosses in some of you motherfuckers' yards. They the type to put the stickers on the side of their damn trucks. The type that'll go buy the house. I mean, not the house, but the hats. The types to go buy the dang Bibles from Donald Trump. And now all of a sudden, they keep coming to me acting like they ain't goddamn Trump lovers. And that I forgot what the hell they were. And the fact that a bunch of them seen, did you see in the news today? The news said that they're going to be cutting off 400 something thousand people off of SNAP benefits. They laying off all type of people. And I said, y'all voted for this shit. And therefore, we got to live with it. And I have no issues with it. You ain't going to hear me crying about it, even though I feel so bad for the way this dude has managed things. But this is the way that it was supposed to be. Because always right with your boy, Reggie motherfucking Owens, to be exact, has always said these things. Has always said these things will come from a fool like Donald goddamn Trump. Is he was going to stick it to these fools. Man. This is the most comical shit I've ever seen in my life. This is the most comical shit. To hear these people fake and portray like they didn't vote for this damn fool. And once again, with the actions of Trump's and the wars put on by Trump, and the last thing on his mind is America. The only thing in America that Trump cares about is the drapes and the construction of his ballroom. That's about it. An American dying, shit, I ain't they mama and I ain't they daddy, is the sentiments of Donald Trump. Is he ain't the mama and he ain't the papa. That's something they damn mama and daddy need to worry about. I ain't got to worry about that shit. They go fly them dead motherfuckers back. Shit, they should have been tougher soldiers. That's the mindset of Trump and old P. Hegseth. Had they been better soldiers, they would not have died like that. They'll be still living, fighting in my old top-notch army. Because I built this military and shit. You know, they're better. Then they wouldn't be over there laying dead in the box and shit. They'd be still on the front line of my damn war. And so that's the sentiments of Donald Trump. But y'all hear that sound out there? That's the sound of some good construction. I can't wait till they build this. These gold blinds is the one I picked out. Man, this is beautiful. You know, Melania gets tired of waking up hearing the damn noise and shit. And no, that noise you think you're hearing is Trump is a headboard with one of them black Secret Service agents knocking her head through that motherfucker. Hitting her like she Gina. That's what they doing in there. Hitting her like she Gina. Busting her head all through the goddamn headboard. Because that's what Melania like. While Trump focused on war, Melania focusing on bumping and grinding, And now she done grind on this nigga neck and she burning. This motherfucker caught a venereal of the neck. But back to the economy of Trump, man, the prices of everything are jumping. Gasoline prices are shooting through the sky. Let me put that on there. See how nasty this fucking president is. Okay, still up there. It's just a nasty, rotten, dying, dead. Look at his neck. Ugh, god damn. This is what represents America. You can see all the way through his hair and shit. Why the fuck he got this dumbass shit on his head? This is one disgusting looking fool. But once again, it is the same thing that happens to monkeys. That's why he has it on his head. This is a nasty looking dude. This is the genetics of a sick motherfucker, an ungifted motherfucker. But going back into the prices on things, so like expected, I expected to see a ballooning in gas prices. Gas prices are still on a steady rise, but I watched another 10-cent jump in the price of gas around here. Lucky I was able to get my gas on, what was that, Sunday, I think, right before the markets opened up. So I made sure I got my gas. So it had a 10-cent jump. I'll still be paying, the price that I'm paying for is about 15 cents less. This regular gas jumped to 10%. I think my increase is a little bit higher than that. So I was able to get that gas ahead of time, but as the days goes by and because of fuel not getting what was brought, the actual price per barrel is going up, and that all just passes over to the customer. And therefore, within this week, I want to see how far the gas has jumped. So Tuesday, gas already up 10 cents. I'm pretty sure it's going to make another dramatic spike tomorrow, which will account for yesterday's deals. And just to see what goes on with that, man. It is not a good situation economically for this damn country. Donald Trump is going to try to cook the books, putting out these false numbers that nobody in the economy, no Wall Street company pays any attention to. Because the focus of this damn fool is somewhere way the far away from here, and nowhere in sight is a resolution for the American people. Nowhere is the American people in sight. This fool is so focused on what Israel wants, this hostile takeover of the world, him mapping out a situation for when he is out of American politics, is to figure that shit out. So let me see. Macron says France will allow temporary deployment of nuclear-armed jets to Europe. What the fuck? Nuclear-armed jets, but wasn't Iran the nuclear threat? So what we on? What type of shit we on? Like I said, the Europeans are always the ones who are the threats. The European. This is way the fuck up. Let's see. Let me see. What is this about? So France will allow. So like I said, are we going to get this thing? I wouldn't put it past Trump to decide to drop the A-bomb. Let's see what this one talks about, man. Let's go back into this one. So this one is from the French president. So now France is going to get them some drones drop on their ass next. Says this is Emmanuel Macron says announced Tuesday that France will increase its nuclear arsenal, says, and for the first time allow temporary deployment of its nuclear-armed aircraft, says, to allow countries in a new strategy aimed at strengthening Europe's independence. In a speech planned long before the recent outbreak of war in Iran, which he's lying, Macron outlined how France's nuclear weapons fit into the security of Europe as leaders there expressed concerns over recurring tensions with U.S. President Donald Trump and Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine. So y'all should have did that versus this Iranian shit. Now, when Ukraine and Russia went to this shit, Macron, you should have been on your nuclear arsenal ramp up when your boy Vladimir decided to do that. And now this is kind of the gearing up for World War III. This is a gear up to this shit as World War III starts to kind of go into its warming phase. as these fools talking about what they want to do. Let's get busy. It is a busy time and a lovely time. And we got somebody in the NN 1145 says, "Who are you talking about, boy?" I'm talking about your mama and what I'm gonna stick in her little twinkling little mouth. Says Trump 2028. Yeah, Trump 2028. All right. Trump ain't gonna make it to 2028 if Melania keep passing on these venereal diseases to this dying motherfucker. Yeah, that's what he get. He got the spirit of Charlie Kirk in his neck. That's what he got. He probably been fucking Charlie Kirk's bitch. That's what's been going on. I get it. Erica Kirk done put this shit on his goddamn neck. Charlie neck, Donald Trump neck. She passing that shit around. So that's what it is. That's what I'm talking about, boy. Talking about your mama, Melania. But yeah, so it looks like we are gearing up for the possible upscale third version of world powers going at it with one another. Want to see what is the next move that can potentially bring China into this shit. And this is what I think Israel and even Trump and their strategy have to be real cautious about their moves, is to not incite a riot to where China jumps into this shit, as well as Russia begin to provide support. But I don't know how much Russia is locked in with the Ukrainian shit, being that everything that is provided to the public has been shut out for us. News coverage over there, and many of the journalists who cover war have been shut out because of the policy and intimidation of Donald Trump. The fact that America did not have a concrete strategy into starting this war. Donald Trump and them playing like they were victims in the start of the Iranian conflict when they are not. Nobody's buying into this shit. Then the other one comes out, they were planning to bomb Israel. When the fuck let Israel handle that shit? Nobody needs to fucking pacify fucking Israel or babysit them. They need to be pacified. That's no doubt about it. But nobody needs to baby them. They got all these fucking weapons they didn't have, which they should not have a single one of them. They need to be taught to fucking stand down. They need to be, weapons need to be pulled up out of that country. That country needs to be toned down and possibly send the people back from where they came from, and that being Germany. As simple as that. They have created too much tension around this world, too much turmoil. They have affected the economies. Our way of living, our affordability of living has been altered based on what Israel is always in the midst of starting bullshit. In a country they are guests in a country they're allowed to escape, in a country they were allowed to come there and survive, in a country they were allowed to grow their population. And now they're part of an exploding population of them who have now manifested some new goddamn destiny of dominating the whole fucking region. And now they're going into a Nazi-esque type of planning to remove these people from their fucking land when these folks were in Germany with other people who looked like them. And then AI says golden age is now. Oh, golden age ain't here for your motherfucking ass. And then Auto Boxing says peace to myself. Salute, Auto Boxing. But like I say, this Trump economy is wrecking. Homie, this shit is a fiat running into a goddamn iron wall. This fool ain't even focused on this shit because he has realized the disaster he has created. And as long as this disaster goes about being, he has no true economic policy, he starts a war. This war will continue to pull from the economy, pull resources from the economy, strain supplies on certain things in the economy, because now you have to fuel this war economy. And then now we got troops over there and shit. And now you have to adjust pricing on shit, limitations on what goes towards war effort, what goes towards civilian world, what shit is coming from overseas, what country produces this, and the fact that now oil is mixed up in this shit. And you can tell this shit by watching the way in which these hoe ass motherfuckers in Wall Street react to that shit. And now the new hot commodity is oil. I'm about to make a fortune off oil. While others put it in gold, I'm going to put it in oil. Give me my oil revenue. Give my oil dividends. I need a check. Send it over to your boy. So these motherfuckers have really, really screwed themselves. You got P. Hegseth, who probably thinks he's a fucking general in his own imagination, deciding to tell generals on how they're going to go about this thing. Generals present a plan. P. Hegseth, non-military trained ass, going in there telling these people, no, we're going to do it this way. And then now you have civilians that are stuck. It says White House says no talks with Iran until military action runs its course. And this is the other crazy thing. These fools in Trump administration try to beg Iran for a ceasefire, and Iran told them, fuck y'all. You ain't ceasefiring shit. We ain't about to give you a goddamn thing. Fuck y'all. We're going to continue this war out, and we're going to continue to destroy shit you got over there. Says whoever is chosen as Iran's next blah, 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 says will be a target for elimination. Look, here go Israel talking about whoever's the next leader, they're going to target them. And you best believe Netanyahu days his number with these dudes as well, as they will target that whole ass motherfucker too. And the Bougie Barbie says, hello all, says my insomnia, says, and I are glad to see you all, says see you all up. Says you have some oil stock in mind, says no, I don't got no oil stock. I'm here just clowning because Brandon be talking about the gold and shit. I wish I had some stocks in oil and shit. Right now would be the right time to move money towards that shit. While the prices on that shit jump, and they're gonna start drill, baby, drill, and then they're talking about not going into the reserves and shit, not tapping into our emergency reserves and shit. So the gas price is gonna continue to go up. Who knows if they'll release that? I know Biden them end up having to do that shit at one point to try to get gas prices from escalating at that one point. I forget what it was. It was after COVID. I forgot what situation that ended up occurring that caused prices to start to jump, and they had to make that releasing of a lot of barrels of fuel to stop the prices from jumping up. And it says 6 exiles. And it says Stephen Miller says was angry after Trump moved says to stop fighting law firms, says tired of Democrats. Oh, here they got infighting within the Trump administration. Man, this motherfucking administration is all over the place. This is one defunct ass administration. Steve Towle says will defeat GOP rep Dan Crenshaw in the primary. Okay, this is that Texas shit. This is shit going on in Texas. So it looks like a Republican bitch done lost to some old one-eyed motherfucker from out of Texas. Let me see. Boom, boom, boom. Crenshaw. No. With the Fed, U.S. rep. Okay. Oh, this fool, Dan Crenshaw, and he was allied Trump. So he lost his election, got his ass beat in the little Texas primary. I see Jasmine Crockett is in the battle for a Senate seat. So I don't know if she's gonna win hers, or if what do they do? If it's tight enough, do they go into no, they just had a primary. I was about to say, do they go into some kind of runoff and shit? So they got her 8 points behind. There's about 20% left as far as what counts, unless it's a big county. And probably that's why they haven't called it. So maybe she has a chance to kind of pull that shit off. So who knows? But we'll see the way Texas vote. Do Texas flip? Does Texas become a blue state or whatnot? But going back into this thing, man, with this economy, everything that's not being done as far as the focus on America has a lot of people in this little retardation shit called MAGA that are now flipping the switch on it. Like I say, I come across a lot of people who I seen was MAGA when the 2024 election was coming up. And they were so rah, jovial, cheering and out there. Well, not as much as they were in like 2020, but much more silent. But the ones who were like diehard Trump lovers were, celebrating his victory. And Trump getting in there, Trump immediately kind of being a fuck up. And a lot of them being like real cautious and like, oh, Lord, this ain't turned out with what we thought. And then now we enter 2026. And with this shit, they are really like, we have no hope. A lot of them are losing the benefits that, that they capitalize off of. A lot of them says, like the law says, but there's some funny ass shits that went on. Says folks says got turned away at the polls, says being told that says that's not their place, says the votes, says large portions were minorities, of course. Yeah, we'll see once the counts come in. But who knows? Maybe because she being a black female, some of the people who were ignited by her rallying and shit decide to go with the white guy instead. And then so we'll see. And it says Bougie says that's a good thing. Says if we find some oil stock, says and stock that supports the kind of things that they use to invade countries. And then so yeah, I think people got money in oil stocks for now. Probably definitely about the bubble on that shit with them high ass prices on that shit. Get it above $100 a barrel for them, which is the foul part. It's not good for us. I do a lot of driving per day, or relative. I do relative to what I used to do last year. I do a lot of damn driving this year. But back to this economic thing, man. I don't see anything as a positive from Donald Trump. Neither does the MAGA people. I watch so many videos. Oh wait, who is the dude? I always heard that dude, Nick Fuentes. Ain't Nick Fuentes old Mexican wannabe white dude who was like extremely racist? He was a staunch Trump supporter and shit. Now he done flipped on Trump. Even his sorry ass done flipped on Trump. And then I make comments about Trump in public all day, and there ain't even nobody out there got the damn heart and love for Trump anymore to be like, hey, fuck you. That's our president. You know, they don't do none of that shit. They kind of duck their head when they hear me say that shit. And I'll just randomly say that shit, just see a response. Like, let me see what this stupid ass bitch ass punk made president done. Don't nobody say shit. Them niggas be like, oh shit. Remove that stick off that damn pickup truck. Do it quietly. It's just one of your crazy niggas out here. That's what City Sicker says. Somebody thought Iran was Iraq. Says that was a mistake. Yeah, Iran ain't fucking around. Iran done hit everybody in that motherfucker. Hit everybody in that mug. And now that shit backfiring on Trump. And they like, man, what the fuck was you thinking? And then you done left all them Americans over there stuck. That's some Pete Hegseth shit. Because Pete Hegseth's a fucking failure, a DEI degenerate. You left all these old sorry ass, incompetent ass white dudes in this damn country to run shit. And they don't know what the fuck they doing. You don't pick no silver spoon reject. These fools is failure of the silver spoon school. Pete Hegseth telling generals what the fuck to do. Ruining people's careers because Trump done put this little fucking pansy in a position of power, and he don't know what the fuck he doing. And it just shows what just happened with this shit. They don't know what the fuck they doing. Tell the military people who strategize for this shit on how to go about doing this. Don't even warn the people that are in these countries who should not be over there. But everybody want a passport to fly somewhere. I seen this little retarded ass black broad on Houston News. I was watching the Houston News. They show her stupid ass stuck over there. You know what she was over there doing? Earning money, getting her ass pissed and shit on. Little nasty bitch. What a fucking idiot. Everybody just want to fly somewhere and shit. Don't pay attention to nothing popping off globally. Don't pay attention to tension in the world and just want to fly their asses over there. And then other people you want to tag along with dumb bitches who don't listen to shit. Hey, that's why I keep it player. I fuck a bitch here. When I want to go somewhere and don't want to go, I don't go. I'd have been like, hell no. Hold, these motherfuckers about to set it off. And then this motherfucker, that's why I was talking about Turkey the other day. Them fools bombing all type of shit. They didn't bomb the U.S. embassy and shit. They didn't hit Riyadh. Ain't Riyadh where the season at for Turkey and them? Turkey and them quiet as fuck. Now I'm hearing all the damn Devin Haney fans and them talking about Devin Haney fighting Rolly. Where the fuck this shit come from? Oh, Iran. Niggas making Rolly versus Devin Haney and shit. You know where that shit come from. Ain't no turkey money. It ain't no turkey money. The turkey done burnt the fuck up. Be surprised turkey dead over there and shit. Don't let them kill the little king, dude. If them niggas ain't ran up out of there and shit. If they ain't ran out of there, they probably in high position and shit. Sell out ass Arabs who then paid Trump to give them a safe place to probably over here and shit. They probably over here and shit, running away. Money fucked up. Come on. Niggas, it's crazy, man. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Hold on. I got to find some fucking glasses because I know goddamn well I am not reading with what the fuck I see on this goddamn screen. Hold the hell up. Hold up. Hold the fuck up. My eyes cannot be clear. I don't drink alcohol, but right now I think I got alcoholic vision because I know I do not see my cousin done wrote this shit that I see on the goddamn screen. Hold up. I think I'm about, oh my God, I think I'm about 20 times always right if this is what I'm reading on this fucking screen. Man, Trump sold out. This can't be real, man. I think they done put something in my damn drink. It is something in this fucking water. Hold the fuck up. It is not my cousin talking about Trump done sold out. Wait, what the? Hold on. They done Deontay Wilder my motherfucking water. Oh my God. He said, drop the link. Deuce Times wrote that shit. Look, everybody laughing. They can't believe this shit neither. I cannot believe this shit. Let me drop this shit immediately. Immediately. Is this you, cuzzo, or is this one of them damn trolls? This gotta be a fucking troll. I can't believe this cannot be you, dude. This cannot be cuzzo. This can't be him. Hold on. Let me see. I gotta click that motherfucking comment again. Hold up. Man, Trump sold out. What the fuck? Really? Always fucking right in this bitch. I told you Trump ain't shit, god damn it. Says Head says a TV star wannabe says wannabe says empty-headed pretty boy. That nigga is a bitch. Says who doesn't have a clue says what he's doing. This is Deuce. Let me make sure this is the real Deuce. Is this you, cuzzo?
Hey man, I don't know when I've not been known for keeping it real, bro. I'm telling you,
oh shit. This is you.
We're gonna call the ball, strike around here, bro. When this nigga was covering up this Epstein shit, I was like, okay, this nigga over here playing ball with these niggas. I'm like, oh, but then with this shit right here, bro, this war shit, like, nah, bro. Nobody asked for this shit, homie. You niggas over here trying to launder all this fucking money to your fucking defense contractors and everything else, bro. I'm like, this nigga on some bullshit. Like, I'm not feeling this shit, bro. Like, everything he talked about in his campaign trail, this nigga sitting here, like, complete 180 on this shit. And this nigga, like, who cares? I'm like, what?
I told you about this, nigga.
Man, you didn't predict none of this shit, dog.
I did. I told you, man. You wasn't listening.
I wasn't. I don't hear like, oh, he gonna start a war. He gonna cover up Epstein. I don't remember you saying none of that shit. But you know what I mean? If you want to champion your victory or whatever, it's gonna pop. But the chain's still gonna roll in. This nigga gonna kick something in. Our fucking Congress. Bernie Sanders just raised. He want to give everybody $3,000. So something gonna pop off for the homies. But this nigga right here, nah, homie. I don't know. They clone this nigga. They got this nigga under some kind of extortion or shit or whatever, bro. But that shit ain't popping. Cause like with the Epstein shit, I've been knowing about this shit. I've been knowing that this nigga wouldn't really fuck with Epstein like that. But it's all the people that he fuck with and he's held accountable to and all this shit, the little shadow government shit. And this nigga getting out here playing ball. And I'm more like, I haven't heard anything about from none of these Congress or representative people like, oh, no, we ain't doing this or whatever. This nigga's like, we doing this and nobody's objected to it. So I'm not feeling none of this shit. There's always been my position that everybody in charge need to be replaced. And I just don't feel like, you know what I mean? This shit like completely out of left field to me. Like, nah. Nigga can't get on the campaign and just lie like that. Like, that's crazy as fuck. to me. And nobody trying to impeach him. Nobody saying anything against it. Like JD Vance, he over there tiptoeing around shit, but he ain't standing strong. And this isn't what the people wanted or voted for. So that's my position on it. I don't know when I ever been known to. I never, been known to not keep it real. When things are wrong, they're wrong. When things are right, is right. There's no person the truth and keeping it real belongs to. The code is what the code and the truth is always should be subscribed to.
Yes, indeed. And you kept it real on this one because this motherfucker Trump is a agent, a sellout who doesn't give two shit about the American people. This is why I never listened to a goddamn thing that fool had to say about giving people money. All knew that shit was just a trick to try to cool things down because the heat was coming up on him. Is to trick people with some money. And I knew he wasn't about to do a damn bit of that shit.
Well,
and
the money's still gonna pop.
Man, I doubt we even get they gonna tie that damn money that's supposed to come back to the people because of the tariff shit that the courts rule is illegal. He gonna tie that shit up. He gonna fight tooth and nail not to get that money released. And who knows how quick they can get that shit to whatever court it gotta go to. But the best thing is for them to remove this dude. He got to go.
I don't know what this is completely out of left field to me. I didn't think this nigga would do a reverse on everything he positioned on and campaigned on. I didn't think he'd do that shit. Like you can't just like literally like lie to people and shit in their face and think that it's supposed to pop off. Like this nigga had an 80%. This nigga had an 80% disapproval rate, bro. Like what the hell is going on? And it's not just no polls I'm reading. It's the sentiments of the people. You know, I always got my finger on the pulse of what's going on around here. And it's the sentiments of the people, bro. Like, nah, this nigga fucked up. Like, nigga, you did a whole 180 on everything you was talking about.
Absolutely. And I could sense this what it was going to be, man. He came in there too upset over that election shit. It makes no sense to hey, CJ, you hear this shit from Deuce? Oh, my God, I can't believe this shit. I can't believe this is like a celebration and shit. This nigga finally woke up to Donald Trump not being worth shit. But I knew he's going to be on this shit and not live up to any of that shit. It was all a way of scheming people just based on the type of anger he had. Like, you done came back into this White House and all this motherfucker do is whine about that goddamn election shit. Cry about what was stolen from him. Like, man, get focused on your job. Anytime he does a press conference, the State of the Union shit, it's all about Biden. It's all about Obama. The little petty shit he did at the White House. It's funny. It's funny to laugh at the shit because you be like, this motherfucker done lost his fucking mind. But it showed his focus was never on this country. His focus is to line his pockets, help to secure a financial future for his sorry ass kids, and to help anybody else who around there that yeses to him. It was simple as that. And to try to hide this Epstein shit. And to do anything to deflect away from that shit, do anything that little piece of shit in Israel want from him, and it's backfiring. And I'm glad as fuck to see it backfiring. I can't wait till they kick this nigga the fuck up out of here. It's like, I know you seen the thing he was supposed to update the people on the war, right? You saw that shit where he got to talking about the ballroom instead of even giving a fuck.
Nah, I didn't see that. That was something today.
No, that was yesterday. It was supposed to be an update. That nigga didn't even really give an update on that shit. He just bragged about killing the supreme leader. Really didn't say too much about the soldiers who died over there and shit. And then got into about the fucking ballroom and the construction and the amount of money he didn't save. It's costing less than what they projected to be. It's like, man, this nigga is sick. He don't give a fuck about nothing as it relates to the people in this country. But then you're going to go out here and spend all this money to defend Netanyahu and them doing this stupid ass shit in Iran. That ain't got shit to do with us. Iran ain't never been a threat to us. Ain't none of these countries a fucking threat to America nuclear wise. And Bush pulled that lying ass bullshit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This nigga, he wasn't supposed to get on board these neocons. But you know, these people are all the same people who's been in all these cabinets, you know what I mean? Like, ugh, man. I don't want to seem like I'm defending this nigga or whatever, but I know none of this shit is his ideas and his shit. Like, you know what I mean? They telling that nigga, they tell this nigga to do this shit. This nigga supposed to be in here draining the swamp, rebelling, rejecting this shit, you know what I mean, thinking of having a new way, and this nigga just going along with the program of this fucking shadow government and shit. So he's under the false pretenses in that he's supposed to, you know what I mean, change shit. And he going on here pushing shit further down the hole. So I don't get with this shit. Just, if this nigga under extortion, this nigga under the threat of his life, whatever you know what I mean, whatever the case may be, he supposed to stand for something, bro, and not go along with this shit. Because he had the people. The shit he was talking about, the shit that you were pushing was a populist movement. This is what the people was talking about. But not so far.
Yeah, it's over with, man. But I think he's gonna be lame duck. I think a lot. You can't trust him anymore. All that shit is out the window. There's no more trust for this fool. I think his thing is as his last effort, it's gonna be to ruin this country. He just don't give a fuck anymore, man. The money is gone. The money is in other people's account. I think Congress needs to do its job because it's gonna be more corrupt shit. You're gonna have to start looking into the scandals that are at play. Of all this AI shit, all these billionaire people he aligned and talking about they invest in this shit. This country done invested. He done brought a bunch of Arab motherfuckers taught they done poured $1 billion. Like, ain't none of that that shit is fun. Has always been some funny shit to me. Like, how are they just pouring money in this shit? Talking about putting in the AI. And then even when looking at the AI and all this shit, that is job replacement bullshit. There ain't nothing to fucking sustain citizens in this country. That shit is the most disastrous shit ever to be highlighting and promoting this shit. Like, and even for the next motherfucker that replaces this nigga in the White House, your function is to find solutions, find ways to put more money in people's pockets, to help save people money. We shouldn't be, with the next effort should be, and even with the congressional people, with the way they fought the Obamacare, we should have free fucking medical in this country. People shouldn't have to be paying that shit, especially elder people. Me, I don't pay for health insurance, but I think it should be that way for everybody in this motherfucker. We pay enough taxes. We buy enough shit that is taxed. That shit should pour right into motherfucking free health care.
Exactly.
Yeah, they like these fools, and it shouldn't be income taxes. People shouldn't pay income taxes. Corporations should pay that shit. Like, and these motherfuckers know they can fix that shit.
Yeah, they do, and the people in charge are all connected. So they're all connected to these interest groups, the medical field and the defense, whatever you call it, the military defense systems and shit like that. All these people own this shit. They all get kickbacks to the Congress members. So, like I say, like everybody needs to be replaced. Because when you talk about they want to have all kind of protests and meetings about ICE and shit, but nobody's saying shit about this. You get all kind of Congress people crying, crashing out, cussing people out and shit, and making videos. Oh, don't obey legal orders. Don't obey this. Don't obey this. But y'all say nothing about this. I ain't heard nobody.
They tripping on them about this shit. Even the Republicans are.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen no press conferences. I haven't seen nothing. Somebody make a little video or something. When this ICE shit was popping heavy and strong, everybody's having press conferences and making YouTube videos and doing interviews. They were doing all that shit. But with this shit, nobody's saying nothing. I ain't heard nobody say nothing.
No, they starting to light into his ass. They definitely starting to light into him. Nah, Jim Smith, yeah, you can do all that trolling comical shit, but Trump is a bitch. My cousin was always defended Trump. He can't now. Trump done fucked up. He done sold the people out. You just a degenerate, Jim Smith. We don't listen to people like you. This is USA, but Trump is from Germany. This is USA. Trump is from Israel now. This is USA. Trump is with all these other motherfuckers. Like, so I don't know. Trump don't represent the United States. So I don't know what the fuck you talking about. I don't even know if you represent it. Like I always say, I put questions on on people. Your complexion ain't a protection to make you an American. You can come over here and disguise yourself as whatever because you can blend in. But like I say, I don't know when you arrive to America and whether or not you are American. So you can cut all that Trump shit, that trolling for Trump shit don't work in here. Trump is a bitch, a peon, and a spy, somebody that I don't think America can trust. And then when you look at his bitch, she got a bitch that don't even fit the mold of American. He's better off doing what other white dudes who can't get pussy do, and that's go find an Asian woman. And they go find a bitch part of some spy agency ass country. So, but yeah, I'm glad to hear you say this shit, dudes. I couldn't believe this shit.
But I don't know when I've been known for not keeping it real, but I guess
I didn't say that. But it was always you defending fucking Trump all the time. I be on this mud Pittsburgh T motherfucking ass too.
Well, that's the way I know. I never thought I was defending him. I thought I was defending or proposing another narrative.
Hell
but
nah.
There's no other narrative here, though. This is all the way around wrong. I was opposed with.
I feel you, Slim. He sold all of us out, man. I think he in them Epstein files. I think them people got him. He might be doing some freaky stuff in there with some little girls and some boys or whatever. Because the way he switched up on everybody, man, and he doing everything that entire Yahoo or whatever the hell you say his name tells him to do, like a straight flunky. He don't care what America wants. 80% of the public didn't want this. He did it anyway, man. It just let us know he's in them files. They got him by the balls. They gonna tell him what to do, and he gonna do it. So you know what? He got us. He hit us with the flim flam. It is what it is. Reg, you got bragging rights, brother. You called and said he was gonna fake on us. He was gonna switch it up, and that's what he did. So I regret my vote. It is what it is, man.
Yes, indeed,
hopefully we can make it up out of this, man, that he don't get us into some nuclear war. Because right now, Iran is kicking Israel's tail, homie. They hitting them with so many missiles. Media over here ain't showing it. You got to see the news from other countries. They showing video footage and everything, man. Iran is kicking tail. I just feel bad for the American soldiers that are getting killed and getting hit in this mess. But I'm going to get on back to work, brother. I'm going to keep listening. Reg, you got bragging rights, man. You called it. Peace.
I don't think it had nothing to do with the Epstein shit.
Yes, sir.
Because he has accusations and shit in the Epstein's, but man, I'll take this shit to my grave. If they had this nigga on tape doing something with these girls, they would have been put that shit out. Well, the thing with him and this Epstein shit, he's covering up for people that he's trying to protect. That his friends and associates and business partners and shit. And him directly, nah, I don't know.
Nah, bro.
They would have been put that shit out.
Bro, he probably in that shit as well, bro. A lot of these niggas. And it's odd as fuck that the first time they want to make this public or this deposition shit and want to release it, they do the Clintons. It should be his turn next. The Wexler motherfucker, all of them been doing that shit to them little girls, and they all need to be thrown the fuck away. And it seems like the Clintons ain't so complicit with this shit as people have been painted out for the last decade and shit. That they took that shit head on. Now it's Trump's turn. It should be the rest of them turn, and it's time for.
Wait a minute. You think they took that head on and not answer no questions? It said they don't lying and shit. Like, wait a minute, what?
I mean, they could be lying. They still took the shit head on. Bill spoke on it. Hillary spoke on it. Even when it's fucked up voice.
Did you watch that shit?
Yeah, I was listening to it.
Bro, you thought they gave clarification on answers?
Yeah, it's based on their perspective. You got to think of when you look at these things in the years it's been done. It's based on their perspectives of their experiences. It may be a week or two, or how many visits they've been on. So you can only base it off of that. People are trying to act like they're just all into this shit.
No,
it's gonna be only based on that. They don't know everything about when he hung with Trump. He spoke about Trump. He talked about the fallout with Trump was over property. He was open about that shit. But it ain't based on him being around Epstein all the fucking time.
No, bro. When they ask you, you know these people, you like, nah, I don't know them. I don't remember. And they got pictures and shit of you, these motherfuckers. And you talk about, I don't know them, bro. Like, get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Nah, we ain't gonna do that,
him being in the pool with the king or whoever that person was. Talking about, yeah, he asked for a picture.
No, bro. They had asked like 4 or 5 people They know. Like, no, I don't know them. I don't know them. They got pictures and
But
you at parties with these motherfuckers.
But look, this is the way you can clarify all that shit. Stop going to the rich, powerful dudes. Go to these fucking victims. Do the deposition with them, put them on there. Ask them the real questions. You'll get to the bottom line of that shit.
Well, the victims been trying to speak for 10, 20 years and nobody wanted to hear nothing they got to say. So
yeah, that boy did that. That boy sellout. He don't give a fuck. He a reckless ass old white dude, man.
That Epstein shit is something different than this shit.
It's right not, here. Deuce. Welcome back, Deuce. But no, it's not, Deuce. This is the Epstein war right here, Deuce. This is what this is. Epstein war, baby. And you know it. You feel it deep down inside. That's why you change your mind, Deuce. You feel it deep down inside. Accept it, my brother.
Nah, it's not. That's the way I see it, bro.
You regret your vote?
Nobody's gonna give a fuck about what happened to these Epstein people, bro. These people are still in charge.
But he panicked and pushed the button, my brother. That's what he did.
Yeah. But no, I think it is a focus on this because this sets a precedence, and I think this is what the people want to see. That there needs to be a detachment from wealth. From wealth is being translated into power. Like those things have to be removed from this from within this country. Like our country is going too far with the haves and have-nots and the people who have everything controlling everything and forgetting everybody else. Like that's the direction America has gone wrong for the last 400 years. It should be a country that's by the people for the fucking people. And your money shouldn't be able to influence in that shit.
Not just on paper.
Yeah, not on paper. Your money should not be poured into elections and people should not follow the path. The problem is the people. The people tend to be the dumbest people. How does wealthy people pouring money into PACs somehow influence the way people go out and vote? And that's the puppet on the string shit. And I think people need to be mindful of that shit. Be aware of who these motherfuckers are. They right here in front of us. Their track records are been here for decades. Like we should know who these motherfuckers are. But all these Epstein related motherfuckers need to be done with. They need to be gone and placed in a prison like anybody else. They need to be registered, all that shit.
It's not gonna happen. The people
the thought is it won't happen, but I mean, if the precedence is set, that's the thing that should start happening.
The people who gonna do the investigating and arresting are the same people who involved. So that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, Trump done put in all the little safety measures in for itself with everybody done appointed, from this FBI nigga from India, the little Pam Bondi bra who been attached to Epstein. Like all this shit, the little writing in the walls of protection and setting shit up is there. And then here you go doing stupid shit, launching us into war. You kidnapping niggas. You in here threatening all type of fucking countries. You killing cartel niggas. Talking about going to Cuba, fucking with these niggas, talking about nukes. Nukes are not a threat to America. Nukes ain't even a threat to fucking Israel. Them people need a nuke to protect themselves from the agitator of the Middle East. A bunch of European motherfuckers.
Yeah, and then the nuke could be too close to them to even use that shit. If Iran use it on Israel, they'll get some of that shit back.
Yeah, it make no sense.
That's why Russia didn't do it. That's why Russia didn't do it to Ukraine. They would have been finished that damn war, but it's on the border of fucking Russia, so it's gonna hurt your people too.
Right, and then their technology is too new. They don't even have a bomb yet. Like, what the fuck? These niggas lying and trying to tell the people. Some people gonna believe that shit, but these niggas are still trying to develop a bomb in 2026. When the fucking Israeli Jews are the ones who fucking done discovered this shit. They're the ones who done figured out how to split the atom, create the fucking bomb, and these niggas talking about they worried about Iran getting it. Like, yeah, fucking right. Everybody's afraid of you niggas for having that shit.
It's the same thing with the weapons of mass destruction. And get these people to lie in front of Congress and all that shit, and nothing happened. And nobody went to jail. Nobody was excoriated. You know what I mean? And it's just crazy, bro. It's just crazy. But you know what I mean? You're right.
I'm glad you see that shit, bro. I'm glad you see this shit.
But Deuce, we had a chance to hold him accountable, Deuce. Y'all voted him president again.
That was the chance. We had him in court. We had charges against him. What y'all did? Y'all voted him back in and let him run around with his partners again.
Well, man, see,
Hey, we had him. We had him.
see now you put me in defense of this motherfucker, bro. Because this shit is unprecedented. They doing the same shit in Ukraine. Ukraine's still doing this shit. What 5-6 years later? So this shit is unprecedented. The problem is
Ukraine doing what? They doing what?
They doing a proxy war in Ukraine, just like doing a proxy war in Iran. They did the same fucking thing. The thing about it is he said he wasn't gonna do none of that shit. He wasn't gonna start no new wars, or he wasn't gonna get in there and play ball. He's not doing anything unprecedented. So, like I'm saying, don't put me in a position to defend this nigga, bro. It's like
there is no defending them, just like there was no defending Bush. There is no defending that nigga.
What he did, he tweeted in 2012 and 2013. He tweeted that Obama was going to do that and panic and bomb Iran because he can't handle negotiation and stuff and can't handle the pressure. He tweeted that twice about Obama. He did it right after
Obama
Hillary
gave him
Clinton.
$1 billion in cash.
Listen, dude. It's mighty funny that he did this right after Hillary Clinton went in front of there and exposed him in front of that deposition on that Epstein.
How was that?
Shit.
How was that?
That happened Thursday.
Man.
Bill went up there Friday. If you listen to what they say, and I want Reggie to play that for you, and you will have different feelings.
No, I'll play when we be on the backup channel, so that way they don't try to hit me.
I watched some of the shit, bro. I seen what was going on, bro. Like exactly what I predicted. A bunch of I plead the fifths and
no. Nobody pleaded the fifth but him.
I don't recall.
No fifth pleaded the fifth but Trump.
Trump had a deposition on that. Trump was there.
Yeah, Hillary didn't plead the fifth. She answered every question that was asked, and she killed them. That's why they didn't want to do. That's why they didn't want to do this publicly. Want the public to see this shit because they knew they was gonna have she was gonna crush their ass. She said, "Listen, if this dude listen to what she said, dude. She said this dude is already found guilty of SA, dude. Is no by his peers 9 times already." Was in a case found guilty.
Who, Trump?
Yes. And also
already
had all these cases allegedly against him. Why he's not up there against talking to them? Why he's not being called in front of Congress?
Man, you niggas in the South be uneducated, motherfucker, bro. You niggas don't be knowing.
His name is mentioned over 30,000
you can't defend Trump. Trump got in here talking about releasing his files,
bro.
Over 38,000 times,
bro. Ain't no fucking cases, all civil cases, bro. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Dude, stop
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You put me in the position to
no, you don't.
Lies.
You're not Trump.
Yes, you do. Bro, I don't agree with this shit. You can't lie to me. You can't lie to me, bro. It's not. These are fucking lies.
What am I lying to you about?
You have no fucking jury fucking case in the fucking civil case. The fuck out of here, man.
You can't be defending this nigga.
This I don't like to be lied to. I'm not defending
this nigga. Wait, time out. Let me say it. What did he say he was going to do when he got back in office with these files?
I didn't hear him say that. I didn't hear him say that.
I heard a lot of his supporters talking about he was going to release this files.
But did you hear him say it?
It was him. He fucking promised his supporters he'd do this shit. But didn't he go through this shit when the Senate went through this vote to have them to fucking release this files? He signed that shit, and he had Pam Bondi to do this little twisted shit to remove his name, protect his name. They keep protecting his name in these fucking files. He's in that shit. And then it's the shit with deaths of girls and shit. Like, this nigga is complicit, homie. He got a dark past that he is afraid to come out, like a lot of them niggas do. Our prisons, like I'll be saying, should be filled with a lot of people who have accumulated wealth in this motherfucker. A lot of these wealthy people, presidents and all, who should be arrested for fucking international war crimes. A lot of them. Trump is not a innocent little boy. That nigga is wicked.
I don't know who said that, but all right, bro. I don't know, man. I don't understand what the angle is here. I'm not defending is Trump a choir boy. I'm not defending none of that shit. Well, you talking about
And it's not just Trump, it's all of these rich motherfuckers.
Right.
Like them bitches know
I agree with
the
that.
girls still live. Them girls know what the fuck these old punk ass dudes is coming there doing.
I agree with all that.
But then we can get on here and have R. Kelly and Puffy and Bill Cosby and them ran through the ringer, but we protect these old fucking dingy looking pigs and shit.
Well, I never get out here and excoriated and defamed any of those brothers. I'm known as one of the biggest R. Kelly defenders on this shit.
No, off top. Yeah, I know you do that, but I'm talking about not just you. I'm talking about how people get on here and they do that shit. They quick to jump on these black niggas and shit.
It's psyops, bro. They try to do that shit to obfuscate the point and misdirection and shit to let you know who the real evil is. Like people are awake to the shit. People really are. But the shit the thing that's going boiling point right now is that this motherfucker is pissing on you and tell you it's raining. Like you don't get to do that. People are awake. People are too awoke now. He's one of the reasons people are awake. So you should know better to sit here and just go against everything that he said that he wasn't going to do. He shouldn't. Whoever's advising him should tell him know better. He should be knowing better than that. He's one of the main reasons people are more politically conscious. They're more awake to the mass media programming and propaganda. Like people are, you can't just tell people shit nowadays. The world's too small. You can find out what's going on through Twitter and everything else. So you just people as far as just believing and taking media as 100%, those days are fucking over. So my thing is like I don't want to be put in a position where Trump didn't do it. Trump didn't. No. This is what we talking about right here. This nigga lying and making problems and shit that we didn't have, and he's going against everything he said on the campaign trail. That's the issue. Talk about him being the Epstein files and all that shit, man.
That's part of his campaign too, dude.
I don't remember that. I don't remember that. I'm pretty tied in with the campaign.
You could Google it. Dude.
You could, and I don't remember that. I was pretty tied in with the presidential campaign push.
We not gonna.
And I don't remember none of that. I don't remember Trump saying that shit. But you know what I mean? Like, well, this is bullshit, bro. It's bullshit. You can't call it no other way. You know what I mean? If a nigga was gonna stand on something, he should have stand strong against this shit. It's not, like I say, it's not unprecedented. Other presidents did it before. They bomb people, they go do shit. But he said he wasn't gonna do it. That's the problem. Not that he did it, that he said he wasn't gonna do it. I'll yield there. Somebody else want to speak. I got like 6 more minutes before I gotta go.
I mean, I'm just surprised that y'all actually believe anything he said. That's the funny part. But I mean, when has he ever told the truth?
When has any of them ever told the truth?
A lot of them tell the truth. They don't lie like this dude, bro. This nigga lies, man. And he lies for no fucking reason. It's crazy. His actions make no sense. They're for no reason. Like, we got a country. He sits here and talk about how these dudes have messed this country up and this and that. And we got but he ain't doing nothing for nobody. Like, you doing everything every other leader talking about. He in Nigeria because he talking about those people being persecuted. He in South Africa because the whites, some shit he made up about the whites being persecuted. He in fucking in Mexico fucking with them. He in goddamn Canada. He in Greenland. He ain't nowhere here but sending ICE in the people's cities fucking with them, sending the National Guards in the city fucking with them. This is what he gives the American people. And then when it comes to talking about helping to reduce shit, oh, it's some messed up shit. Biden and them did it. It's tougher than I thought it'd be. It's an illusion. Like, this nigga is wrong for this country. It is nothing worse than a billionaire, a privileged piece of shit. Trump ain't a dude who earned his money off of developing shit. Trump ain't get his wealth off of being some extremely genius, inventive motherfucker. He ain't get it from creation of shit. He has inherited money. Fuck that shit over. Get it back inherited after the money comes into him. Get on some TV fame shit. And he comes back in here as a bitter ass wealthy dude who done had the easy life in America. Is insane shit to me. Cause and then he'll tell people to make people believe. That's why I was like tripping when you was talking about this money shit. I can see a light year away that he was never gonna give anybody a goddamn thing.
That's not what I believe or I see. So we just had to let it come to fruition.
When you look at all this shit, the thing he gets in here is talking about fraud. He ain't talking about Wall Street level fraud. He talking about ground level fraud. And the people he impact are people every day in everyday life who are sometimes living check to check. People are trying to figure shit out. People who are dependent on these programs. This is where he's hitting at. And this is where he's cutting programming and numbers at.
From the poor.
There's no way he can say that he's defending the American people. He's full of shit.
Yeah, I know. Quick question. Hey, did what you call it lose tonight? Jasmine Crockett?
Who the Lakers?
No, it's still the race. So what happened was they trying to throw out like a lot of those votes in Dallas, her area that she represents. So they got a continuation. They stopped counting. They got to wait till tomorrow through the Supreme Court to see what's gonna happen.
On what? On like what votes? Like what's going on?
The whole Dallas area. So what they did was they doing voter suppression, dudes. So what they did was a lot of people was going to their usual place where they go to vote at, and when they get there, they tell them they can't vote over there. They got to go somewhere else and vote. And they did that in her county, and that's part of this game plan that they finna do in a lot of counties that they practicing first over there, dudes. Pay attention to the game that's going on. With Trump and all this voter election crap talk he be talking about, nationalizing voter elections and shit. And that's when they trying to play a game right now. And they testing the waters, and this their first test right here.
So you saying that they telling people they can't vote here on what grounds?
Yeah, I'm not sure
on the grounds that changed. They did a late rule change and change where people usually where they vote at. So let's say you usually go to this school or this building right here, go vote all the time. No, you're not registered to vote at this. You can't vote over here. You gotta go over here now.
Wait, so they have places in Texas where you gotta be registered to vote at a specific place?
Yes.
Is that new?
That's something they just threw in the game on them. They just changed it on them, and it caused a whole bunch of chaos. So watch the news and see what's going on, Deuce. You'll see what's going on. He'll break it down more for you, my brother.
But I see they still counting votes. They only got like 80% of the votes in her vote.
They counted. So this is what they did. They say the people that came in. So a judge, because of the chaos, the voting was supposed to stop people, letting people vote at 7 o'clock. They extended the voting till 9 o'clock. So the people that had to travel and move on the last minute, just getting off from work, could go from here to there to get their vote in, right? So a Republican Abbott went all the way to the Supreme Court. A federal judge did this. Abbott went to the Supreme Court in Texas and asked a judge from the Supreme Court to stop it, and he put a freeze on it. So what they decided was they could count the people, they let the people vote, but they're not counting the votes right now. It's just on pause. So that's why it's at a standstill, and they ain't finished the Dallas County counting yet.
So you saying that they made some kind of legislation where you have to be somewhere with like you got to go to school in your neighborhood. So they made some kind of legislation where you got to vote in your neighborhood,
and they
this just
changed the
coming
last minute without
and this
people
just coming
knowing.
up today.
They changed the last minute without the people knowing, and it caused that much confusion to where a federal judge say, "I see what's going on. We can extend this 2 more hours from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m."
They're gonna have to
And
revote.
the
They can't do
Republican
no shit like that.
the Republican governor went there to put a freeze on it, to ask the Supreme Court to put a freeze on it. That's what they doing, Deuce. That's part of the game they playing, Deuce. That's called voter
That seems
suppression. That's
highly
the game.
unconstitutional and
That
illegal to me.
and Deuce, and who gonna hold them accountable, Deuce? You let the biggest crook in office, my brother. Texas is the stomping ground. That's where they start. Where he asked for more Congress seats at first. Texas. California say, okay, we gonna match y'all and do what y'all doing. Texas is one of these places where they starting to try this elections shit at, dude. That's
I
part
don't
of
know,
their
bro.
game.
I'm not out
Pay
there. I gotta
attention
talk
and
to
see,
D.
my brother.
I know.
Whenever you
Yeah,
get off the
I pay
thing,
attention
just
to
look it
that,
up,
but
my brother.
I never heard
Dude,
they had
dude,
to.
take the time to look it up yourself, my brother.
I'm
Just
not.
take the time.
I'm not disputing you. I asked the question from ignorance. Like I don't know what's going on in the situation. I was saying on Twitter that she was losing.
Yeah, but she's losing, but her county, her biggest area, which is the Dallas area, that's the area that she represents. You know, that's her area. It hasn't been counted. That's why they haven't made it. They haven't made a decision on the election yet. So she still might lose, but I mean, they haven't counted that area. That just to show you some games they playing. What in that kind of the type of games they playing.
Oh, to me, it was like they would have to do a revote because
So
if you changing all this shit last minute,
it's like another thing right now. They're trying to change other rules. Like, okay, this another rule they trying to change. They trying to make in the South and other southern states, dude. And they do it where they got Republican states, red states, and red governors where they got nod their head and go along with it, dude. So y'all not used to seeing that shit on the West Coast because y'all liberal and shit. Y'all don't know nothing about that. But they play their little games
liberal
out here in
my
the South.
ass.
Hey, y'all got them and hey,
No,
y'all
Duke's
be the
gonna
last
become a
one to
liberal.
get
He think he
voted.
a conservative now. He
No,
gonna flip.
I think I'm a centrist, as I always said.
You'll flip from that too.
Well,
No,
I'm not saying it don't have to be you, but your state is ran by that. So
the
whatever you
state's
want to
really red. It's just L.A.
say,
and San Francisco just blue.
hey, come down here and I bet you appreciate where you at, my brother. I
Oh,
guarantee you that.
I know. You
All
niggas still
right.
living in 1960. You niggas still got sundown towns and shit out there. I know,
All,
bro. No
all
place
right.
I'm interested. No place I'm interested in going.
Yeah, so I
Niggas got
mean,
open
but
carry, but
the
they got a
the
sundown
game they
town.
trying to play next, Deuce, is like a voter. Like they like for the next election, they gonna try to get it where everywhere where you go, you gotta have your ID. Not only that, your ID, they want you to match the exact name on your birth certificate. That's another game they could try to play with people. How you gonna do that? Match the name on your birth certificate when a lot of people got remarried or changed their names and stuff before.
That's women,
Right.
but for the
That,
most
that's
part,
that's a
your
big.
name on your ID should be the name
That's
on
your
your birth
vice
certificate.
president, JD Vance. He didn't change his name 3 times, my brother. You think JD Vance is the name on his birth certificate? How
Nah,
he could
I don't
vote?
know.
I bet they find a way for him to vote though.
I don't
All
know.
right. I
What
bet
was
they
his
make
name
an
before?
exception for his ass though.
Was he
His name
adopted?
does not match his birth certificate.
What was his name before? Was he adopted?
Whatever his trans name was before that, he changed his name 3 times because he's trying to hide his sexuality, dude. He's a queer. He wears mascara.
Uh, I'm not
And
into
talk
ad
about
hominem
trans people
attacks, bro.
because he's really undercover, dude.
I'm not into that.
People
I'm not into
people who
ad
got a
hominem
problem just
attacks.
talking homophobic stuff, those are the true ones. That's what he campaigned on. That's what he can. That's what. But check it out though, Deuce. I don't know what the weirdo name was.
But you know, I got changed 3 times.
Yeah, that's a fact. He changed his name 3 times.
All right, bro. I fucking guess so. It's coming on.
Damn, Deuce, you vote for these people and don't know nothing about your own candidates?
It's the policy, bro. The perceived policy.
What policy? That dude didn't present no policy when he got in office, bro.
American first.
He didn't say nothing, Deuce.
Americans first.
All he did was shit on other people. That's all he did.
The policy that he was talking about was better than the policy they was talking about.
Deuce, all he did was talk about people, Deuce. Shit on people. That was
No,
it.
I heard JD Vance talk about reingratiating a certain class of American citizens back into the work field and building more of these warehouses and stuff and all that shit going on. That's what I heard from JD Vance.
And what happened to that?
I don't know. Manufacturing is coming back. Manufacturing is coming back. They're building places and plants a lot of places. They shutting down other ones and making shit over.
Oh, and they gonna do that. They gonna do that in the middle of a war. Okay, we like to see how that's going. I like to see how that's gonna work.
Well, war is a very loose term thrown around. I don't think that it's actually a war. It's hostilities that's going on. Ukraine and Russia, that's a war. This is hostilities.
Okay. Distraction. Epstein distraction.
I don't think that Epstein shit's a big deal, bro.
Really?
Sorry, I don't.
So why you mad? So why everybody else speak and he don't talk?
Because people are so sensationalized by salacious and other people's bedrooms and all kind of shit like that. That's why people are so worried about this shit. The Epstein shit been out, bro. They've been known about this shit. This shit didn't happen last year.
But don't people go to jail for that? The thing is, you got cover-ups. You don't think some people are in position and know people in high places that they get cover up for them, and this is a real criminal thing. What they did on them islands and everything they did in secrecy, that shit is against the law. That's why Epstein was in prison. That's why that girl in prison.
You don't find it funny, Deuce, that a lot of world leaders was holding everybody accountable around the world the last week or two, except for the United States on this Epstein stuff? People was getting arrested. Prince Andrews, I mean, all Charles, whatever his name is, one of them princes, Elizabeth's son. I mean, come on, bro.
Yeah, I know that all these people are just doing shit for TV, and when nothing happens, nothing's going to happen.
Okay.
Epstein somewhere on one of his other islands, and the girl in Camp Cupcake, she probably get to go home at night and shit. Her dumb ass.
I'm pretty sure that nigga Epstein is dead, bro.
I don't think that, but whatever. You know what I mean?
Where he hiding at, in Mar-a-Lago?
They got a lot of places where they can hide at. You think he only had one island? That nigga had more than one island, bro. More than one property.
You know they would track him down, bro. They would track that nigga.
Dude,
they track Nazi niggas down.
Bro, they tied in with this nigga, bro.
They track down all these war criminal niggas who go into hiding. That's even like the Turk nigga who was killing all the damn Armenians and shit. They'll track these niggas down, bro.
They ain't looking for that nigga, homie.
Shit.
Nobody's looking for the nigga. They were looking for her. Well, I guess. But her ass came back. She was gone. She dipped out. She was gone. Her ass came back and got caught up. trying to withdraw some money. That they didn't go get her from nowhere. So it's like, I just know what time it is, bro.
And I think this nigga got desperate to get back in that White House to have the power to cover a lot of shit up. And that's really what he's doing. He's covering this shit up. He's protecting this person.
But he already got the immunity from the Supreme Court before he was in the White House.
Huh?
He got the immunity from the Supreme Court before he was in the White House.
And they fucked up. The Supreme Court royally fucked up. And now they find themselves having to deal with this nigga. Mm-hmm. The Supreme Court is finding themselves having to deal with them and be split because of the shit this nigga
on. I wish everybody was so vulgar and so amped up when Bush was doing all this shit. Selling out the country.
I think people was. I just don't think I don't think the internet existed like that, but people was.
Deuce, we was in middle school when that happened, Deuce. I was in 6th grade, Deuce. You know, my uncle got deployed in there, Deuce. I remember that like yesterday.
Me too.
That was different, Deuce. They sold everybody a wolf ticket, but all they was doing was stealing all, Deuce. You know.
Yeah, that is not different, bro. It's not different.
You know, but the way the word got around was different though, Deuce. Everything was different back then.
Yeah, you had to believe the lying mass media, mainstream media.
I mean, not even that. You couldn't really hold them accountable. Nobody could hold them accountable.
Nah, people were tripping. Alex Jones was on the ground floor of that shit. He was tripping.
Yeah.
On his little cable access show. He was tripping back then. There's the footage. People were tripping. They were confronting these people at meetings. Remember, somebody threw a shoe at his stupid ass.
Yeah.
Niggas was tripping.
So that goes to show it was animosity towards Bush.
I'm saying, yeah, but the same thing.
Yeah, you had Kanye go off on Bush. Like all that shit stems from the 9/11 shit, the Katrina shit.
The Katrina, all that. Yeah,
but imagine if you had the internet. That nigga Bush should be really drugged through the mud.
Social media, really, not the internet.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah. So social. Well, I gotta dip, man. I gotta let y'all niggas do your thing. I gotta finish up here at work. Already took so much time. Yeah, man, this nigga fucked up. You know what I mean? It's West Coast Wednesday. We gonna dig into some shit, some politics. Got the Crips making LA look bad once again. So we gonna make sure. So we're gonna make sure we highlight that and some more other things going on in the world. I want to get back to that the Russell conversation, because he getting dragged and it's crazy as fuck because niggas is critiquing his new music and not the shit that got him on. So we want to dig into that a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna play.
Why they shouldn't own the Russell? Because that's just what niggas do, man. That's why sometimes you just can't try to make music for black motherfuckers, bro.
His new music sucks though. His new music sucks. And like, damn, homie, if you would have came out the shit you did with Hit Boy or the shit you did with P-Lo, you've been pushing that shit. Like, that's what got you on. But there's no little they call a nigga Hip Hop Harry.
Oh, that's wrong. That's wrong. Hey DJ, man, we about to get out this mud. DJ, you wait till we
man. Hour on.
Fuck all that late.
Give me an hour, man. Give me an
hour.
Hell
no.
Come on, man. I'm trying to stay awake around this motherfucker, man. If I would have knew y'all niggas was on, I would nigga, you should have texted me or something and say, nigga, we on. I didn't know. I didn't get a notification or nothing.
Man,
he's shadow banned, cuz.
Go ahead.
Shit,
I'll stay on for another 20, 30 minutes. Go ahead.
I need an hour, man. But nah, shit. like I said, I just tapped in, so I just heard you saying something about Lil Russell. I just barely tapped in, like I said, but you know, shit, that might be his karma for all that shit he was talking about Lil Wayne. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like that shit. He should have kept that shit to himself. You know what I mean? Because just like you said, how black people doing shit, it's like he did the same thing. We the only one that shit on our legends with shit and shit on people that came before us, talk all this shit in hindsight. It don't matter, nigga. You was jamming to his music back then when he was having hip hop on his back and shit. Now you think you too good and shit. You didn't have a premonition and shit. Talk about the nigga wasn't talking about nothing. And now niggas is like, nigga, your music ain't talking about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is the difference? You know what I'm saying? Like, and Wayne ain't
the thing about his shit was talking about something before he got
for
this new
him.
little. No, bro, like man, you dig in Lil Russell shit. Lil Russell got shit. It's funky.
Yeah, I know it's shit, but it was like, you know, maybe it was some motivating shit. It was some you know, some positive vibe type music. But it's like,
nah, bro, he got
his
like
shit
some
sound
real
like
shit,
cookie
bro.
cutter.
He got like some Mac Dre hyphy type shit, nigga. Like, nigga got some funky shit, bro.
Yeah, he got some funky shit. I'm agreeing with you, but I'm like, was he saying like, you go to different rappers for different shit? I might go to Lil Wayne just to hear some punchlines and some metaphors. I might go to Common to hear some fucking, I don't know, some backpack instant type rap music. I guess I might go to Ice Cube, Game, Snoop for some gangster shit. And then I might go to Future for some party shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, what do you go to Lil Russell? What do you listen to Lil Russell for? I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm trying to gauge his position. You know what I mean? I'm trying to gauge his genre. Like, what would you say his music is?
Now it's more like, I don't know, like preachy inspirational shit. But before,
Okay.
Before his shit was like funky, hyphy, like hood type shit. He like say, listen to him and Pilo. Oh, he dropped off. That album with him and Pilo, that's one of the best albums that came out in 2024. Or was that? Yeah. No, it wasn't. Yeah, something before last, 2024. That's one of the best albums that came out. The album he did with Hit Boy, some dope ass shit on there. Like, and he got dope ass shit. Now his shit is more like, it's more gimmicky and preachy and shit. But you know what I mean? His old shit, you listen to his older shit, you be like, oh, I see why niggas fuck with this nigga.
Yeah, so, I feel that.
But it's just one project y'all saying that. It could be a change up, like how when Kendrick brought out Mr. Morale. A lot of people didn't fuck with that. I like the album.
Wait, what album is it?
Like when Kendrick changed up things when he came with the Mr. What was that, Mr. Mosey, the Mr. Morale album or whatever that shit called. A lot of people like, oh, Kendrick fell off and all this and that. And then he hit you with a banger.
I don't remember that album.
Oh yeah, that shit cold in the motherfucker.
Like, shit, some people. What was the second album? Kendrick's second album?
Oh, The Pimp a Butterfly.
Yeah. Some people didn't like that. I'm like, The Pimp a Butterfly was hard to me. I feel like that shit was fire. Damn, can y'all hear me?
Yeah. Go ahead, Cook. Go ahead.
Oh. I don't know why my shit be like cutting in and out and shit. But nah, y'all love that Pimp a Butterfly. Like, you know, had that King Kunta, had a bunch of shit on there. But some people, like, music is subjective. Like, one person, you might like this artist, but you might not like this album. I might say, nigga, this is the best album from this artist. You might say that one is. So I give a nigga one project to fall off. But if you have two duds back to back, it's a wrap.
But has it been two albums back to back? This is my first time ever hearing anybody say anything negative about the dude.
Nah, I don't think so. I
Yeah,
think the
like
rest of his
the
shit.
recent music, he's been putting out and talking about has been like it's been really hella gimmicky. Especially shit he did with Lil Jon. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? He got a song called Flavors, hella corny. That I'm from the Bay, hella corny. Like the shit he putting out right now is hella corny.
But is it for like a younger audience, like to get the kids into this shit, being with what, like with the shows he do as kids there?
I don't even know who his core audience is, really. Because he got shit. He got shit, bro. I'm telling you, he got some shit that niggas fuck with.
I think at the same time, people really fucked with his movement. The fact that this nigga was putting out his own music, throwing his own concerts in his fucking backyard, motherfuckers was liking that.
Yeah, smiling and shit, having fun.
Yeah.
Niggas was feeling that.
Yeah,
right.
He wasn't rapping kill shit. Like he doing some different shit that we never seen before. He got some shit where fans could buy a piece of his songs and make money with him off his songs. Like that's some shit that's never heard of. You know what I'm saying? So when people love you for one thing and then you go off into another thing, it's like you kind of fuck it up. It's like you're not supposed to forget why people fell in love with you in the first place. And I don't know why we get this kind of gravitational pull towards the independent artist that's doing his own thing, not really fucking with the labels, not really fucking with the major, just getting it on his own. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people didn't like him signing with Rock Nation because at first he was about to sign with Rock Nation some years ago and he had an issue with them, and it was like fuck them. Now you double back and you sign with him. So I seen a lot of people were saying he sold his soul, he sold his ass, and you know what I'm saying, and all kind of shit. And it may not be true, but just the way it looked, like people fell in love with you because you was doing your own thing. You had your own movement. Now it's like you kind of fuck it up. You know what I'm saying? But I think even for the independent artists, that's the goal. You start out independent, they still want to be on a major label. They still want those major looks. Still want to be on the radio. I mean, Nip stayed independent for all the mixtapes, and then he finally got with Atlantic and dropped that album. You know what I'm saying? Then, like, one of the rappers that I like is Currency. Currency was independent, dropping his own shit for a long time. And then he kind of got with a major, and his shit got kind of. He came out with like a couple pop, catchy kind of songs, you know what I'm saying? But they were still cool, but it's like that's not really your audience. So I think you kind of fuck it up a little bit sometimes.
Big U said Nipsey was never independent.
They was independent because he had his own shit. He had the crowd to pay. I mean, they would have had to be independent for the most part because he never dropped the album. So
I think he just had that distribution or some shit.
Yeah, now he had a deal with Sony. He was on Sony. He never dropped nothing on Sony.
Therefore, you're not independent.
But how could you? I mean, he never dropped nothing. So do that count? Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you signed to a major, but you never dropped nothing with them, do it count?
If they put you in places to meet these features and get these people, it does count.
But you don't drop nothing.
You get a stipend from them.
He wasn't doing. Well, he did have features, but he wasn't getting pushed by no label like that.
Nah, yeah, he wasn't getting no.
No, they were putting them. Bro, Nipsey was on all kind of tours and shit. Just doing clubs,
tours, but
doing clubs and shit, getting features.
Do his own team, but I don't think it was.
Yeah. Because the major label, unless you're in a 360 deal, the label not really putting you on tour like that.
Everybody's in a 360 deal, bro.
Nigga, I'm not.
You signed? Oh, you signed to somebody?
Nah, I don't fucking with you.
Oh, okay. No, everybody's in a 360 deal, bro.
Nah, I don't think everybody's in a 360 deal.
Everybody's in a 360 deal.
Drake in a 360 deal?
Yes.
Kendrick in a 360 deal?
Yes.
No, nigga. That mean ain't getting a 360 deal. They get money off your shows.
You see how many record labels on that damn album?
Yeah, but that don't mean that's not a 360 deal.
Man, you
Just
crazy as
because you
fuck, bro.
just because you signed to 5 people, that means you signed to 5 people. That means all them motherfuckers got to get paid. A 360 deal was, nigga, we taking a piece of everything. Your record sales, your tour, your merch, all that shit. When you sell enough
Yes.
records,
You think Kendrick you think Top Dog is
yes,
paying for this world tour? No.
no.
The
So
record
what
labels
that
pay for the world tour.
no,
And you
just
split the profits.
no,
Everybody
that's
should
not that's not always the case because some of them tours is with Live Nation, so they spend the money with Live Nation. Because if you
and the
already in
record
the
label.
hole,
And the
if you're
record
already in
label,
the
bro.
if you're already in the hole with the record label, 5 million, they might not put that money up for the tour, and tour is not really their thing, like because they normally don't get money off of it. But if you selling
Bro,
enough
as
albums,
popular as Kendrick Lamar was, bro, you don't think that everybody put a month they pocket in there? This
okay,
nigga
but
was performing in Africa and Germany and shit.
as popular as he is, you think he would still have to sign a 360 deal at this point?
Yes.
No,
Bro,
why would he have to? He not
everybody's
even
on a
on
360
TDE no
deal,
more.
bro.
He not even on
Everybody's in
TDE
the
no.
three. I
Look,
bet you TD. Go ahead, man.
Drake got deals with Nike, Jordan. Like you saying that the record label is getting a piece of that when they already getting. I mean, Drake
Yes.
is probably one of the few artists that
You get
he's
360 off your name and likeness. Yes, bro. It's been like this since the beginning
no.
of time. Jay-Z's on a 360 deal.
Jay Z
Fucking
ain't even.
Snoop.
Jay Z not even signed to nobody, nigga. How
He signed to
you
Rock
do?
Nation. Jay-Z about to put an album out. What are you talking about? He signed to Rock Nation. Or whatever it's called, Live Nation, Rock Nation, all the same shit. Jay-Z, he signed to them. It's not even his Rockefeller no more. Hey, when he was on Rockefeller, he was in a 360 deal with Def Jam. You don't remember Dame Dash tripping about how they didn't have the jackets, the Rockefeller on the jackets? You don't remember that?
I ain't see that shit.
On that DVD with when they showed
I may never seen the DVD. That's probably what that is.
it's a very popular clip about Dame Dash is going off on Kevin Lyles, like why my artists ain't got their own Rockefeller jackets. We not Def Jam artists, we Rockefeller artists and shit. These record labels are the ones that put you on the road and shit. That's who does the shit.
So you saying none of these artists got leverage?
No, bro, 360 deal, bro, it's not really a bad thing if the record labels are paying
It's
for
not
everything.
it's not if you don't have leverage, if you don't have a name for yourself. Once you got a name for yourself, there's no reason to be in a 360 deal.
Bro, they give you the name, bro. The fuck?
Okay, but if that's the case, that's like if you stay with the same label, maybe from the beginning, then maybe. But that first contract, maybe. But once that first contract is over and done with, once I done gave you 2, 3 albums, and now I'm rich, why the fuck would I go back and sign a 360 deal and you getting a piece of all my shit now?
Because you
Especially
don't
if
make
you
money off the
recoup.
music. You don't make money off the music anymore. You
But
make
that's
money
why
off the tour.
All
You
right, can
make
you
money
break
off
down the 360 deal?
say that again.
You want to know what a 360 deal is. Go ahead, break it down, DJ.
So a 360 deal means that the record label is getting money off of everything you do. Your album sales, your tours, your merch. So, and most likely they are going to put money into these things as well and get money back out of this shit, right? So that's a person that's probably not doing their own merch. Like the record label is doing their merch, printing up t-shirts and all this shit, having them at the fucking tours and shit, selling them. So everything you do, they getting a piece of. Features, record sales, tours, um, club venues, like all of that shit. Whatever you make money, wherever you make money at, they can get a piece of. Um, the artist, that used to be all the artists' money, right? Because it's hard for you got to sell a lot of
It's never been all
albums.
the artists' money. It's always been record labels, bro, and 360 deals. The 360 deal is basically the standard contract. The record label front you all this money to do all this shit,
No,
and in return, they get all the money. They get some money of what you get coming back.
Okay,
That's
I
what
mean,
that's what it is.
you say it's always been that, but they have said that everybody pretty much has said this 360 thing is kind of new. I think they said Leor kind of came with this shit when he created the 300 record label because
That's
that.
false as fuck, bro. It's always been 360 deals, bro. I'm
I
telling
mean,
you.
you talking about
Even
always talking
even
from the beginning of time?
yes, even with Def Jam and Run DMC and shit, bro. Like these
I
niggas
never
put you
heard
on.
that.
Yeah, they put you on tour, they print out merch, they print your albums out, and then they want to return back from that. They might advance you some money, or you might have made some money, but they get returned plus they piece of pie. That's how it is, bro.
Because in the days of CDs and tapes and shit, they was making enough money. Like this is the thing that they say about record labels, right? Say you sign 5 artists, 3 of those artists might flop, but you're gonna make enough money off those 2 artists that really pop that it's gonna cover those losses from those other 3 artists that flop. So what it
Yeah, that's what
is
happened with Warren G and DMX and Jay
yeah,
Z.
exactly.
Yeah,
So it used to be that they made enough money off of these record sales to make their money to where, okay, the artists didn't see much money from their record sales. They might you had to sell a lot of money to get residuals and shit. That's why if you listen to interviews with like Cash Money artists and shit, they'll be like, I've never seen a check from Cash Money. But Cash Money rich as fuck because Cash Money made the money off of the album sales. Everything else is for the artists. Like you do your own, you doing your own fucking tours, your own club appearances, your own merch, all that shit. That's your money. And the fucking label's gonna make their money back. But think
It-
about it. Album sales used to be like $12 a fucking album. So
and the
if you
artist
sell a
and I think
million,
Michael Jackson. I think Michael Jackson was the highest. He got $1 off a CD, $1 off an album.
exactly, and that's where the robbery comes in. Because if you sell, if albums is let's just say $10, and you sell a million copies, nigga, that's 10 million. They not giving artists 10 million up front. They might give you 500,000 up front, 300,000 up front, shit like that. So if you gross $10 million in revenue, nigga, they made their money back plus some. And if I'm not mistaken, then I was really used to be like $12, $14. You know what I
Hell
mean?
no. I bought All Eyes on Me in 1996 for $30. Nigga,
$30.
20 $30,
nigga,
nigga.
you got
Nigga,
robbed,
that's
nigga.
like $50, $60 right now.
Nigga.
Nigga,
Oh
for real.
yeah, nigga. You got robbed. You paid 30 niggas for all I saw
Nigga,
me,
that
nigga.
was the going price. Nigga, CDs are $20. You go to where?
$30?
Yeah, no, a double CD was $30. Nigga, you go to the warehouse and
Okay,
buy
you know what?
You
You're
go to the
not you might be
warehouse,
right
buy
for a
Michael
double.
Jackson. You go to Michael Jackson, need $18, $20, bro.
So
Walmart was the cheapest.
think about how much money that is. That's a lot of fucking money. Even if you gotta split that shit, let's say 3 ways with different people, the fucking producers, the
50
fucking
ways. Ain't no fucking three
writers.
ways. 50 ways.
Shit, goddamn, nigga, how many niggas you sold to?
Man,
But
that's
still,
what it
but
is, nigga. You
but
gotta pay the
but yeah,
writers, you
say
pay the
that.
producers. That's how it
Okay,
is. That's why they
but,
get so little off the albums.
but even still, so we talking about nigga a $30 album that sold 10 million, motherfucking Thriller went gold. I mean, almost diamond or diamond fucking all eyes on me. Didn't it go like 8 times platinum or some shit? That's a lot of fucking money.
It went 5 times out the gate.
Exactly.
It went
That's a
more.
lot of fucking money. And then think about the ringtone era. Nigga, they was selling $1 a ringtone, selling 5 million ringtones. 5 million off the rip. Like before your album even come out, you done already sold 5 million ringtones. That's $5 million. You know what I'm saying? Going to somebody's pocket. But they said they used to get money off of that because that ringtones and all that shit wasn't in them old ass contracts because it wasn't a thing yet. So when that shit first hit, like the whole T-Pain franchise boys era when we had motherfucking Nextels and shit, they was making a lot of money off of ringtones. More than they was making off their albums because they was able to renegotiate that because that wasn't included in the original contract. But again, like if you an artist with no name, of course I expect you to sign a 360 deal. But if we're talking about fucking Drake, Kendrick, uh, even J. Cole, like if we're talking about top artists, like I wouldn't believe that they in 360 deals. If they
Bro,
is, they
everybody
still
has
got
it.
to be
I'm
making a
telling you,
lot of fucking money off a 360 deal.
first of all, there's no more money in music right now. Second of all, that's really the only way to get on and get your shit played. Is
No,
going.
there's no money. There's no money at album sales no
No,
more
there's no
because
money in
they got
music right now.
and music they still making money. That's how they get popular.
No, ain't nobody making no
Cause
money.
cause if I could go on a fucking world tour and my world like didn't they say Kendrick had like one of the biggest world tours and shit? Made like 100 and something million?
But he's the only one though.
Drake?
Drake ain't Drake been canceling shows the whole time. Really ain't selling on no world tour no more.
If he go on a world tour, I'm sure that shit will sell out.
He was on tour, bro. They
But
canceled the rest of the shit. He was
well that's
on
the
tour. He was on tour when all that shit was going
shit.
on. They canceled the rest of that shit when he got washed.
Oh shit, I don't remember.
Nigga, Drake been putting out music, been hitting the motherfucking wall. Nigga, like shit,
nigga,
nigga,
I
shit
ain't gonna
done.
lie, I ain't heard no new Drake.
He been putting
I
out
heard
music, bro. He got videos. You go to YouTube, he got videos and all that. That shit ain't doing nothing.
that shit ain't doing. Kendrick killed this nigga whole career.
He Ja ruled that nigga. Cold
Oh
blooded.
man,
He did kill that nigga.
hey, that is like that was really a highlight though. Like we really got good music out that fucking battle. Like niggas, them niggas was dropping songs back to back. They was dropping
Yeah.
shit on Twitter and YouTube and shit, like just dropping shit. Niggas had 5, 6 diss songs against each other and was dropping them shits like it was nothing. Like we never seen no shit like that. It used to take niggas a month. It took Jay-Z like months to respond to fucking Nas and shit. Or Nas to respond to Jay-Z. I forgot which one it was, but nigga, like that shit was some unprecedented shit. And we got nigga probably one of the greatest diss songs to ever come out, nigga, with Not Like Us in the midst of that. So
Yeah, that's
that
the
shit was
best track
crazy.
out in history right there.
But Dreezy was holding his own to the Not Like Us. I like Family Matters and I like the AI song.
Yeah, that nigga Drake on his shit. That nigga Drake
Wait,
was took off.
he put up a fight, but you even like the AI song? I didn't like the AI song.
I like the AI song. Well,
I
I'm
thought
a
that was
Wait,
Tupac.
what song was AI?
That Taylor made when he was rapping in Snoop Dogg and
yeah,
Pac
he
on
was
the
rapping
Dre beat.
Snoop Dogg and Pac
Oh,
and all of
I
that
never
shit.
heard that one.
You
I
know,
never heard that.
I didn't like that shit, and a lot of people felt like it was corny. I thought it was too. Like, why would you make an AI song with other people's voices? Like that's just kind of weird in a battle.
Cause he was
Like, you
trying to
know what
taunt
I
him
mean?
out. He didn't think Kendrick was gonna come out. He was like, oh, nigga trying to play coy. He was trying to pull him
And,
out. He had the Snoop Dogg voice and the Tupac voice on
and
the
the
Dre
Tupac
beat.
voice, yeah, that shit was crazy.
on the Dre
I
Interscope
didn't,
beat. That shit
yeah.
was crazy.
It was just weird to me. Like, I will say it
No,
was
he was
corny.
barking for some shit he gonna regret. That's what he did.
Exactly. And then when Kendrick dropped that GNX, he said on that song, Snoop, because Snoop reposted it. And he said Snoop reposted Taylor made, I hope it was the edibles. Like he said Snoop let him down
Yeah,
reposting that.
everybody missed the diss that Snoop shot back at him too. Nobody really talked about it on
What
that
he say?
last album. I think it was the Sophisticated Crippin' song or the King song. He shot shots back at that nigga.
Oh
That shit
nah.
was crazy.
Yeah, I
On
missed
that
that
Hit of the
too.
Crime.
It didn't do nothing though.
Yeah, it didn't do
Nah,
nothing.
I didn't
Well,
do nothing.
I peeped that shit when he said that shit. Cube was shooting at that nigga too.
Q?
Yeah, Cube was shooting at that nigga on the last the album that came out in 2024.
What Q say?
He
Why
was
would
saying
Q
like
shoot at him?
Cube was just shooting at him. They got a little competitive thing with Ice Cube and Kendrick. It's a little beef behind there. Not a little
I,
beef, but a little competitive type shit.
I think it's a little song with Game too. Game got in his feelings about a lot of shit and got in his feelings about that spot. And he tried to have Drake back in that beef by going at Rick Ross. And that shit was corny. Like, and niggas don't even know Rick Ross had a response. He recorded a diss record after Game recorded his diss record towards Ross. But when Ross went on Instagram, all his comments was don't even drop it. Like, don't even pay this nigga no mind. That's what every comment was saying. So Ross never dropped it. And Game was like begging that nigga to drop it, like drop that dish you recorded last night, and he never dropped it because the fans was like, man, don't even pay that nigga no mind, because Game was just like shooting in the dark at that nigga, like why would you even get involved with that nigga?
Game swimming out here. Nigga swimming out a fucking life jacket.
Hey,
For
fact,
real.
I was just gonna say that nigga needs somebody to help him.
Hey,
Bro,
low
that
key,
nigga went at Eminem for 10 minutes. Eminem didn't say nothing. All he did was get him kicked out of Interscope. And nigga see Jimmy Iovine at the game. Jimmy Iovine dissed that nigga. I would have rushed that nigga right there.
You would have rushed Game?
For real.
Jimmy Iovine? Hey,
Yeah, right there.
Game called that
nigga.
Fucked up aligning. He aligned himself with the wrong people. That Whack 100 shit was done.
Well, he been fucking with Whack 100. What he did, what he fucked up is he went at the fucking masters. You can't go after fucking Dr. Dre and Jimmy Iovine, whatever they say. You gotta be like, yeah, I'm on their side. You know what I mean? Fuck it. You know what I mean? That's my fucking OG. So I'm gonna rock with what they saying, because nigga, they gatekeepers in this shit, and they gave you your career, so they can shut your shit down.
For better or for worse.
Put him up to that shit.
I think he just emotional, like, and a lot of niggas is like that. Dre is like that. Dre emotional as a motherfucker. And if you say something that Dre don't like, he gonna stop fucking with you off the top. Like, he just stop fucking with you. Now you can't come around no more. Now you can't get no beats. Now you can't come to the studio. Like, he fall out with motherfuckers low key like all the time. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta just like stay out that nigga business and don't say nothing. Don't say nothing about him. Like, he don't even like niggas talking about the studio sessions that they had with him and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Especially if it's like on some
Is that some Compton shit?
You said some Compton shit?
Yeah, being emotional.
That's funny. I don't think so, because I don't. Nah, I wouldn't say that, because I don't, Compton niggas I know, like, they not really emotional. Compton niggas usually got a lot of camaraderie and a lot of competition. And Compton niggas is usually versatile. Like, every Compton nigga I know can ride a dirt bike and do wheelies and all kind of shit. They can ride a fucking Harley. They fuck with jet skis. They ride horses. Like, Compton niggas be into all kind of shit. But I think it might be more of a loyalty thing. You know what I mean? If you feel like they crossed you, if they feel like you crossed them, then they just shut down on you. But both them niggas light skinned too.
Hey, Troy, don't wait for me to call you to talk. Go ahead and jump in.
No, I was just listening because at one point you were talking about Trump, and then by the time I got up here, y'all were talking about music. But just real quick, there was a caller that called in and said Trump switched up. He never switched up. This is the reality of who the man is. This is who he is. And honestly, I don't believe he'll even live for the next 3 years because he's suffering from heart failure. That's why he wears those. Okay, that's why you see his legs swollen because he's fluid overloaded, and you see them red bruises on his hand. That's from poor circulation.
Think that high
I know
blood
that
pressure too.
Anya gave him some of that bad pussy.
I know that firsthand. And watch how he walks. He cannot walk in a straight line. You see him swaying.
Well, you got some Melania bad
right?
pussy too.
Right? When you see him swaying and stuff like that, that's also from fluid over. Yeah, when you fluid overloaded, it's very hard for you to walk in a straight line because your balance is off and everything like that. But he also wears what the hell is that bag called when you can't go to the bathroom?
Colostomy bag?
Yeah, he actually wears one of them. Which is why he wears those oversized suits.
You sure?
I'm 100% sure.
On what grounds?
Watch your brother by the name of Black Spy on here. He knows a lot of things. No, listen to me. He's really in the government, and he used to actually be a black spy, and he has a lot of information that he puts out.
What the hell is a black spy? For the government?
A nigga that's a spy, a nigga CIA agent.
Okay, well, the name of his show is Black Spy, and yes, he used to be a black spy for the government, and he has tons of factual information that he puts out, and he could back it up and prove it and so forth. But yeah, I don't think he's gonna live to the end of his term.
He's on YouTube, the Black Spy guy.
That's the name of the show. Is just type in Black Spy, and you'll see the brother pop up. I
I
can't
gotta
think of
see
his
this.
name. I
This
I
can't
nigga
think.
didn't.
is crazy, homie. I
I
needed
didn't
that
know if we
laugh,
even
dog.
had Black Spies.
Black
You didn't
spy.
know they were black spies?
I always wonder because I'm really into the spy shit, to the espionage and the spy shit, and like the things they talk and the things they do, how they get trained and stuff, and like
Mm-hmm.
I listen to a lot of their videos. Like, you ever heard of the Billy Wall guy?
Okay, Malcolm Nance is his name. His name is Malcolm Nance, and the name of the show is uh is Black Man Spy.
Man, what kind of generic
Yeah.
ass name is that, bro? This nigga ain't no motherfucking spy. You niggas is crazy.
Okay.
That nigga Dr. Umar, the spy community.
Okay. All I
Black
know is that
spy.
I know what I
Is there
know
a
about
brown
how.
spy? Is there a yellow spy? I
I'm
mean,
sure that
is this like is
I'm
this
sure
like
there is.
Squid Games or what?
I'm sure there is, but he was right about everything that he spoke about so far, and he wasn't making anything up. He was right about the Iceland situation. He was right about the stuff in Venezuela before it happened, and he even said that he would do this to Iran before it happened, and he can back it up.
I gotta
He
check
even
him out, see if he legit.
yeah,
How
yeah,
can you back it up?
he has proof. You just got to watch his show, brother. You just got to watch his
Like,
show.
what kind of proof? We got videotape. We then got like Tom Cruise, nigga. What?
Nah,
What's going on?
he has he has people on there that's in the know, that's still in the government, that actually verifies what he says and things like that. And and he flies to these countries and he speaks to the
If they
government and things of that nature. So yeah,
if they still in the government, I don't think they can speak about it if they still in the
I
government.
want to say the
he
same
No,
thing.
this
he
nigga ain't no
he
spy. Because I was about to say
he's
that.
not in
I
the
don't think he
government.
can
He's not in
openly.
the government
I
anymore,
don't
but
think a
he is a
spy can speak
contractor.
on that. That
No,
nigga wasn't a spy, Troy. He just named himself that.
I
If
watch
you
these
say so,
other
Reggie, if you say
it's
so, if you say
it's
so.
these other two dudes that
I'm
used
on
to
his
work for the
channel. I'm looking at
CIA.
his title.
It's these other two
Okay.
dudes that's on YouTube that go around doing interviews that used to be actual CIA spies.
Mm-hmm.
John Kiriakou and Andrew Bustamante. And I listen to their interviews and stuff, and it's things they will say they can and cannot say. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
because some of this shit is classified. So they can't be just giving away all the information because then like they can go to jail behind that shit. And one of the dudes he did go to jail, John Kiriakou, because he revealed a source about the torturing they was doing in Iraq and Afghanistan. And he actually did like I forgot like
He
5 years or 10 years.
he doesn't give up sources. What he says, like he'll say something like, this is the reason why he'll go to Iceland to do XYZ, and then Trump will do exactly that. That's not giving up any information.
Okay,
That's
no, I'm
not
just
giving up
saying
any
I never listened
information.
to him, so
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what he's talking about. But I know when
Okay, well
those
check him
guys
out.
talk, they be
Yeah.
like, some of them be like, I can't tell you what country this
Mm-hmm.
happened in, but I can tell you the details, some details about my operations and what I was doing, but I can't reveal to you what country that I was
Mm-hmm.
doing that to, because then that's classified information. You know what I mean? Just kind of shit like that. You know what I mean? But like I said, I'm really, into that shit. Like I like spy movies and shit. Like, you ever seen Bridge of Spies?
No, no, no. Also, right,
Oh, that's a great
listen
movie.
to
You gotta watch it.
listen to when he speaks. I'm talking about Trump. Notice he can't focus and he can't concentrate either because of his heart failure, right? He doesn't get a lot of oxygen to his brain, which is why you'll see him start on one subject and he'll go all over the world and you don't know what the hell he's talking about. He can't concentrate
Yeah,
anymore.
but these dudes are also in their 80s. You know what I mean? Like they old as
That
shit.
doesn't
They
mean that
probably
that
have
that
senile.
yeah, well, I know somebody
Like
that's close to 100 right now who's much better than him.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It varies, you know what I mean? But that's something that, they face in their old age. But this needs to be the era where we get rid of these fucking old ass geezers. It's no way that at 80 years old, you can't even get a fucking job at Walmart. It's no
It's not.
way to be
It's
running a
not his
country.
age, it's his heart. It's not his age, it's his heart, and just the
Who
human,
gives a shit?
just
I'm
this
saying
human being that
all of
he
these
is.
people, I'm talking about from Trump to Joe Biden to whoever. It's no reason these dudes should be 80 years old running the
Mitch
country.
McConnell,
They got,
Mitch McConnell, nigga
oh yeah, Mitch McConnell.
having strokes on the
They
fucking
got,
podium.
What about
they
Kennedy?
got,
But you know
What
why them
about
they
old
got
Kennedy?
people are in
Pat.
power? No, you know why those old people in power? Because of the influence of their money. A lot
Thank
of these
you.
old motherfuckers wield the wealth, the connections,
Yeah,
their experience in politics, their supposed history of the nation. Like that's and people dumb enough to vote for them. That's the other reason we keep them connected.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, exactly. They fucking dumb enough to vote for him. But
Yeah,
these are the
uh-huh.
same motherfuckers that 50 years ago they didn't even want black people around. You know what I'm saying? So
Present day, they don't want black people around. You gotta go back that far.
exactly. So if they showed you who they was, like it's no reason. Like these motherfuckers got they. You think them old ideals just went away? That's still in this motherfucker. There's no reason 80-year-olds should be running the Congress, running the president, fucking doing all this shit. Like get them up out of here. Get some fucking young people in there that got more modern ideas, more modern ways of thinking, except for just let's sacrifice people and fucking kill up everybody.
You know, it used to trip me out as a kid. You bring up the with the old people, like when they used to teach, they used to try to teach. It used to be white teachers. You know, they'll teach the slavery shit, talk about how slavery ended, and then they talk about we live in a post-racial America. And I used to be like, as a kid, like, so you mean with the war ended? Because I used to be like, how fucking programmed can a motherfucker be, or how fake can you be that it takes for them to tell you that okay, we're not having slaves anymore, and now you get over it. Now we all supposed to fall in love. Like I'm like, when did the killing come? I'm like, none of that
Man,
shit makes sense. Well, we supposed to forgive them for whooping our ass, and then they supposed to change overnight. Like none of that shit made
you
sense to me, man.
and it's because they they control the narrative and they control the media and the images. You know what I'm saying? So they gave us the watered down version because they always been scared of us fucking uprising and going crazy on their ass. You know what I mean? And getting our payback. We never even got our
That
fucking reparations. So what the
that
fuck is
still
we?
don't stop you from thinking though. It don't stop you from
Of course
thinking
not. Of course, but
all the
if
people that voted for Trump, you have eyes and you have a soul, but you didn't see him for what he was. You just saw him as you
but
chose to
people
see him.
people have cognitive dissonance though. Like
Mm,
and without the information, it's hard for me to think a certain way if I don't have all the information. It's just like on YouTube. If you follow somebody on YouTube and you like them, you're gonna believe most of what they say, and you only gonna hear one side of the argument. That's why. Now I need to hear both sides. I need to find out what the truth is because you can hear one side and that shit can sound like it's just totally one way, and then you hear somebody else's side is like, "Whoa, this shit don't even." You know what I mean? You got to make sense of it yourself. So if they just feeding this, think about when we was in school. It wasn't no internet like that, nigga. We had encyclopedias. You know what I'm saying? Like we didn't have that information. I remember when I first kind of got my real taste of Black history was when I went to college. Like that shit didn't hit me for real like that until college. I remember the teacher. I had a Black history teacher, and he showed us some shit, a movie I had never seen in my life. This shit was called Sankofa. That movie fucked me up.
I saw that. I saw that.
That shit
I
was a wicked. It wasn't no playing in that movie. It was all like, this is how that shit really was. That shit was fucked up. And I never seen no shit like that.
actually own the DVD, which is hard to find. I have it.
Yeah, yeah, that shit is almost impossible to find. I believe they tried to like blacklist that movie.
Yeah, yeah. They did that and the spook who sat by the front door.
Yeah,
I saw. I
yeah.
own all of that, but I just want to jump on here and say that. But I don't want to speak it into reality, but I really think in by the next 3 years he's gonna. he's either going to die or something.
Next 3 years, he gonna die this year. Shit.
I don't. I don't like speaking death over other people, man.
Well, I do. Fuck Trump.
I
he
don't.
do
I don't. I don't. I don't. You
if
know,
he do
people
this year,
leave.
then we stuck with JD Vance.
JD
Fuck
Vance, the
JD
couch
Vance
fucker.
too.
Yeah.
He gonna get Charlie Kirk. Fuck them old ass punk ass dudes. Like it's time to grasp this country back. Get this country where it needs to go. Like fuck these white dudes in suits. This ain't no white country. And it's time for people to wake the fuck up. It's time for these foreigners to realize that shit. It's time for the black people to recognize that shit and to get this shit going where it needs to go. This is a motherfucking free ass country. This is an advanced ass country, all kind of money in it. And we got a bunch of suit and tie wearing motherfuckers stealing everything.
A bunch of lying motherfuckers too.
Here's the reality, right? You know, all the stuff he's done in just a year, any other country, you know, would have started a civil war by now. Any other
Absolutely.
country would have started a civil war by now. And the fact that he turned the White House into a flea market, you know, he's selling crypto, he's selling coins, he's selling watches, he's even selling the Trump Bible. Right?
Well,
And he's
selling
made
visas too.
and he's made at least $10 billion in 1 year, and nobody is saying nothing. Nothing.
Shit. A lot of
Yeah.
them Congress, look at the Congress people that's making all the money in the stock market. Like, that's some shit we should have been following that shit. Like, it's some accounts that I follow that post all the Congress moves in the stock market. And it's like, damn, if you would have followed they shit, you would beat not only the stock market, like you would beat fucking venture capitalists and fucking all of that shit just following
You
that
see
shit.
them one who follow, see them dudes that follow everything Nancy Pelosi did. Them niggas becoming billionaires and shit.
Man,
Yeah,
stupid
I seen
money.
that shit.
I just seen them the other day post a whole chart. Somebody was up like over 100% in the stock market just in this year. I'm like, God damn! Like the chart
he
was
came out and
crazy.
he actually came out and said it on a hot mic one time. He said that all his friends made so much money off of him and all that. I guess he didn't realize Mike was still on or whatever. And he said all his friends, yeah, you know, all
That's
his
how they
so-called
do.
friends made so much money. And he also
And
said
then
he's
look
trying
at
to get,
Trump's kids. Trump's kids made all this
yeah,
money
his
during both
punk
his
ass sons.
presidencies.
Yes,
Look at the
yeah.
Bushes. The Bushes' net worths went up crazy when the last Bush was in. The brother had a what he
Jeb
had like a
Bush,
contractor type of thing. He was making money for some contract he was getting like
you talking about
during the
Jeb?
war. Like the shit is crazy. Like they just get richer and we sit here getting dumber.
And notice you
It
don't
don't
see
make
his
no
daughter
sense.
around him anymore, do you?
When we gonna get some fucking money?
Yeah.
No, you never really see their kids around them like that.
No, well, his first term she was always there, but he kept talking about he wanted to.
Y'all there?
Yeah, you know, he wanted
Yeah,
to
we
fuck
still
her,
here.
which I hate using that language, but that's what he kept saying. You know, he wanted to fuck his daughter, but yeah, but he tried to pretty it. Yeah, but he tried to pretty it up by saying that he would date her if
Y'all
she
hear me?
wasn't his daughter. Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Keep cooking. He got to click the link again. But I'm gonna get off here in like 10 more minutes. Go ahead, keep cooking. Go ahead, Troy.
Yeah, no, that was about it, man. I was just paying attention to the signs I'm seeing with him with his heart issue and everything else going on. But that's it. That's it, man. I don't have too much more to say on that individual. And oh yeah, and last thing before I jump off here, every dead soldier that comes home, that's on the people who voted for Trump. Yeah, because you know even a blind man could see what he was gonna do.
Yeah,
Anybody,
I
you
was
know.
seeing them point out about something about him not being there to salute them. I'm not sure if that's a duty of his or something he's got to do. I don't
It
know.
is. It's not. It's a. I believe it's a choice because I remember
President
a
Obama.
dude in a military was doing an interview and he talked about Obama and he didn't like Obama. He was like, I don't like him. I don't agree with his politics, but when some service members had died, he said he gained so much respect for Obama because Obama stood there and saluted every last casket. So it's like, nigga, 6 people died and Trump can do the same thing.
He don't care about the motherfuckers. That's
He
why they
don't.
shouldn't be allowed to send people to war if their kids ain't going.
And again, look, I always have this question: how, as Black people, do we feel the way we feel, but we still go join the army, we still go join the Navy, we still go join the military? For what reason? We fight their wars. We go to
This,
another country and kill and rob and do all this shit to brown people and other countries on their homeland for this country that don't even give a fuck about us.
but this still our country though.
Absolutely it is. But
it takes
my
for you
fault.
to vote the right person to be in command of this shit. And that's the thing that people don't think about. A lot of what went into Trump's position amongst, racist whites was the fact that they thought this nigga be their way of getting at black folks. I guess to pay a debt to I don't know, to pay revenge to black folks, to target black folks, take away from black folks. They'll get it through Trump. They knowing Trump is a racist. They thought it would have an effect on black folks. The Latinos is doing the same shit, believing that shit. And it's really impacted them. It impacted them more than anybody. Trump's policies is fuck over white folks.
He just gave a voice to the weak racists. Now they have a voice. But notice they always attacking the black women. You don't really see them attacking black men. They always see them attack the black women when they by themselves, but you would rarely see them come at a man like that because they're punks.
Well, man, we've been fighting their wars forever. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like we ain't got jack shit out of it. Even in the beginning when we was fighting, and they rocked black people to sleep with the fucking VA bills and the fucking all that, and then black people was coming home from the service and couldn't even get it. It was only for fucking white people.
Well, I tell you what I see that's common sense. We actually have the blueprint to actually take care of ourselves thanks to Marcus Garvey, but we don't stick together. Every pl- every place where we put our money is owned by somebody else. And then as
Yeah.
soon as you find a black business, you start to question it. The first thing you ask, how's the service? Is it real? And things of that nature. But you go right back to the Asian store that treats you like shit, and you don't have no problem with that. You go right back to Walmart and Target and all that, and you won't ask any questions, and you'll spend all your money. But when it comes to your own people, you just put so much weight on them that eventually the business was shut down, and then you start complaining that all these other people are making money off us. That's because you don't support your own people. That's why.
Yeah, but my idea on that is that we have to have our own infrastructure, and we don't.
Yeah,
That's the thing that kills us. We have no infrastructure. We
we don't
have
have.
no ownership. We don't own shit. We run everything in entertainment, and we don't own jack shit. Just like we was just talking about the music industry. How the fuck we don't own that? We the
Well,
faces of that, and we don't own it.
I tell you why you don't own it. Well, this is how I feel about that. Stop. I mean, that might sound crazy, but if you take all of us out of music, out of sports, and just business,
We
period.
have a shitty product.
Exactly. Even if you have to start small, because okay, look, everybody goes and watch movies where Prime and Netflix, but you got all these other services out here that are black, right? Quality TV is black. You got quite a few other ones that are black. We don't support our own. And, then we complain about we can't find any black movies on all these streaming
Okay.
services. And why are they called major services instead of just you just got to support people that look like you and go from there. You just got to do it.
Yeah, but as black people in business, we also have to have a better product. What kills us off is that we stopped inventing shit. We used to have all these inventions that black people created out of necessity. We taught these motherfuckers how to do this and how to do
Take a
that.
shower, yeah, math,
Yeah,
science, everything.
exactly. We made shit easier and all this shit with our inventions. And when you invent something, what does that mean? That means you were first. So we coming up now being fourth, fifth, and sixth place, coming with an inferior product, and then we think that we're supposed to get the same recognition as the other top brands that have already been here and that are already established. Like, if you're gonna do that, if you're gonna come after a Netflix, after HBO Max, after all this shit that are top products, if you're gonna come with something, it has to be top notch. You have to figure out something that makes your shit better. As black business people, we don't believe that the customer is always right. If you go to a
That's not
black
true. That's not true.
this is my theory on it, right? If you go
Mm-hmm.
to a black business and you get a little bit out of control, or you get a little, you having a bad day, you start going off on motherfuckers, what's gonna happen? They're gonna cuss you the fuck out right back. They might whoop your ass or throw you out of their business. You know what I'm saying? But how much is it if you go to a fucking black-owned barbecue restaurant and you unhappy with the service you got or the food you got and you complaining and da-da-da-da, hey man, hold on, let us fix that. Let me get let me get you a whole free meal. Let me give you this 50% off coupon for next time. No matter what you want to get next time you come back, you get free or 50. Like, I don't think we do enough of that to where, like, you go to Walmart, the customer is always right. They'll fucking
That
return anything if you take it up in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, certain
that don't
places,
apply to us. No, that don't apply to us because you still gotta have your receipt and all that. If you just go in there, even if they
shit.
saw you bought it over there, bought it from there, but at the same time, you actually have to have money to come out to be the best. Okay, you know fan base, right?
Fan base?
Fan base is is
Sound
similar to
familiar.
Facebook. Okay, well, fan base, is similar to Facebook, except you get to own your content, right?
Uh-huh.
And and that was and that's founded by Isaac Hayes Jr., right?
Yeah.
And there's so many ways you could make money on there, but you own your content. It's not a lot of people that actually support him because you could buy stock in that. You ever heard of Black Sands?
No.
Okay, well, I'm into comic books, graphic novels, and cartoons and all that. That's what they do. Matter of fact, Black Sands was on Shark Tank, and they had a deal, but they would have to give up like 53% of their company, and they turned it down, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you look at both those companies, you could buy stock in those companies, and you could own your content as well, right? So we just have to find out where these companies are, and we have to support them. There's if you Google the a brother's name is Tyreek Edmonds, right? He owns a clothing company and a shoe company called Nagast, Nagast, right? And he makes shoes, clothing, hoodies. He has a shoe named after Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and Nat Turner. And he uses the colors of the flag, the red, the black, and the green,
That's,
right?
yeah.
But people will complain about the price of the shoe. They're the same price as the Nikes. The
Yeah,
exact same price.
shoes are a hard bargain to get into because you
Right.
don't have to pry niggas away from Jordan and Nike. We just we already was too invested in those to go with a non-name brand shoe.
Nah, name. Honestly,
I'm just saying
Nike.
what's real.
Yeah,
That's culture. We,
yeah.
we've put that into our culture, so it's like it's gonna be a
It's
hard
actually
bargain to get black
that's
folks away
actually
from
that's
there.
actually brainwashing because remember, Stephon Marbury put out a shoe that cost $15 and it was made in the same factories as Nike's overseas, and who was the first
I mean,
person to complain about it? Black
But
people.
you
like
can't
of
just
course.
jump out with premium prices when you don't even have yourself established as a brand.
Because some
$15 is not a premium
things,
price.
but it could be a premium price, even though you got $100 and $200 shoes. But the thing is, you have with apparel, you have to deal with brand loyalty, marketing, all that other shit. Like especially with the culture, especially if their brand for Black culture, you know how we rag on each other. We'll talk shit. So therefore, you gotta present your product, not just because you got Black people on it. A kid will clown you the fuck out of that shit. This brand isn't established as being something.
Yeah. Remember the Shaqs? Shaq did the same thing.
Those are Mexican shoes.
Shaq put his shoes in Walmart and all
for
that.
$40. Yeah.
Yeah, you better not get caught with no Shaq song. You know what I'm saying?
I used to buy those for my sons. I got 3 sons.
Man,
I don't have time to be spending over. Yeah.
Your sons roasted, huh? They probably hate you for that shit.
I taught them well from an early age, man. You know, it's not what you wear. You know, it's just the value of what you have on your feet.
You
want to wear $100? Yeah.
Daddy,
and then I taught them, and you know, I used to do that old hustle where I would drive to New York to the garment district, and I would sell clothes out my trunk to all the barbershops and salons in my area, right?
The knockoffs.
Nah, I had a wholesale license, so I went to the real wholesalers from Maryland to Philly, right to New York, right? And I taught them about that too. I said it don't make no damn sense to pay $200 for a shoe that costs $10 and all that stuff when you could go to an outlet and get it for a different price but it's not so much about brand loyalty, which it is, but the first thing we have to do is learn how to support our own.
It's all about brand loyalty, bro.
Right. But you can't complain about we don't have anything if every time somebody Black comes out with something that we don't support it, we find a reason not to support it. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's sugar, toilet paper. I'm going to buy from the Black person before I buy from anybody else.
But and when we have stuff that is good and we get it to a level to where it's on the top of our hierarchy, what do? We sell it. What happened?
And why do we sell
was
it?
The shit because we broke. 9 times out of 10, we try to get that money.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say BT was never the shit. BT was BT, but it was never.
Man, BET was the shit. So Black people, when I was young, BET, when I was a kid, we rushed home to watch 106 in Park, to watch Rap City. Like, that was our everything. That's something that we had. It was like FUBU. It was for us, by us. But
we didn't support it like we should have.
But we did. Watch the fuck out of BET. Now, they could have. It's things on their end that they could have did better to make it more profitable. I mean, they even had good shows on there, but they wasn't even paying those shows. I don't know how they wasn't making
because there was no money. Because there was no money.
To be. But how is it not when every black people and white people was watching this shit?
It ain't about just how many. Yeah, the viewership is high, but the sponsorship. That's where everything. That's the difference in.
Yes, there you go. There you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
And I get that. That is a part of it, but it's like you have to
negotiate. Not a part of it. That's what it's all about.
True, but if you have something that, like, you negotiating those deals, right? So you have to find either better deals or just not be in it. Like, don't take the less money. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you got, I don't know, 20 million people watching this, there's no way companies is coming to you with their commercials and they want to pay you less money. Nah, keep that shit. Like, you have to hold out to get your worth. Like, you have the viewership.
Here's the mistake.
Now go ahead.
No, I'm gonna
get off in like 5 more minutes.
Right. I was gonna say that we always make the mistake of taking the big contracts, right? And that's all we get is just a portion of those big contracts. But if you go to these black companies that sell shoes, that sell watches, that sell XYZ, you could get a contract which won't be as big, but you could also get part of the company. Like maybe they'll give you 2 or 3% of the company, and then what you do is you advertise all those companies on your platform, what actually helps you at the same time. So you get a check, as a customer, and you get a check as an owner. And as we know, as black people, once we constantly see something, that's when you buy stuff. And our voice is the most popular voice when it comes to style, music, and anything else. So we actually have the power to change our own lives, but we don't. Okay, like think of the most popular rapper, singer, or whoever else that's out there. You don't see none of them pushing any black companies, right? No, you don't.
Yeah.
You got all
I'm
these
glad you brought up
podcasts out here.
rappers. It shows how hard it is. You even have rappers, very popular rappers, that started off of brands and they couldn't get that shit rocking. They may had a hot go if they had a hot album and the brands fought right off.
Lack of support. It just comes from from
No,
support.
it ain't lack of support. It's their brand. It's certain clothing brands that's more established. It's more shoe brands that are more established. Your shoe is just gonna fall off. It's a competitive world out there. You ain't gonna just get business off of being black and all that other shit.
And that's the mistake, because a Jew will buy a shitty product from a Jew before he buys anything from you.
But black people don't like shitty products.
It don't have to be a shitty
We like
product.
luxury products.
No. Listen to me. It don't have to be a shitty product. A product, period. A Jew will buy from a Jew before they buy from anyone else. A Chinese person will buy from a Chinese person before they buy anyone else. Buy from anyone else. And black people will buy from anyone else before we buy from ourselves.
I think it depends, because we don't have a lot of stuff. Like, I don't, there's no black grocery stores I can go to. I gotta go to Walmart.
Yes, there
I gotta
is.
go to Smith's. In my area. I'm talking about in my area.
You gotta do your research. I don't know where you live,
but
but
always readily available.
You gotta do your research, and it's kind of difficult. But if you do your research, trust me, you'll find something.
Yeah,
I'm not
course.
saying it's going to be close to you or anything like that, but you'll find it.
Hey Troy, this how complex that clothing shit is. How hard it's get on. Here you have Kanye. Kanye is one of the most, like in recent times, one of the most prolific shoe designers, apparel designers, and he was designing for other brands. And people will say this: Kanye could have just launched his own shit. It may have not taken off the way it did under under the umbrella of other brands and shit. But people knew what Kanye was. Kanye is a black man, and they supported the brands, but based on it having a Nike check on it, maybe Adidas signs, a Louis Vuitton sign because of the brand, as well as with him, because he had launched his own shoe. Like, here's the Kanye Yeezy brand. Like, probably not. It would have failed.
And he also used
He's trying to do that now.
He also used his own money.
Yeah, because they kicked his ass out, so he tried, but it ain't doing what it did.
No. This is when he had the whole blow up with Sway, when he was using his own money at first. And he was all mad about not making it and all that. But if you look at it, if you take 10 players from like the NBA, and you take 10 from the NFL or wherever else, those are your finances right there. And you get someone that's already established in business, like say Master P, Magic Johnson. Those are your finances right there. You don't have to go to anybody else that don't look like you.
You still gotta have the brand.
But when these dudes, when they have brand deals with a Jordan or a Nike, like, they should do really well. Travis Scott, all his shoes with Jordan sell out. When Drake had the deal with Jordan, all his shoes sold out, and they worth a lot of money, like thousands of dollars. When Kanye was with Nike,
we made that name famous, and Nike is just a $35. $35 swoosh that they put on the shoe.
But what
That's
black
all it
people
is.
do, what black people do is we make the brands. We save these companies. Nike wasn't nothing before Jordan came. Adidas, Converse was running the game. They went and got Jordan, gave him his own shoe and his own brand, but he doesn't own it. He just gets a piece. He gets a residual. It's a
I,
it's a $5 billion company. He might get $5 million a year off of it. You know what I'm saying? Like
no, well, yes, because I read somewhere. I can't even think of the year it was. Michael made, Nike $200 billion, right?
exactly.
You know, and you know how much he got of that 200,
He got
200
a
billion
percent.
now.
I think he got like five. He gets like 5%
He
of
got
Jordan brand every year.
2 billion. That's
And
less than
he
5%,
set
and that's
he
less than,
set for life, Troy. He would never had made that money and he went in the shoe business himself. Never.
That is absolutely not true. That's not true.
That is
And you're
very
actually
true.
missing the point, but you're missing the point. He has no ownership, so he can't pass that down to his kids. He
His
can't pass
percentage
that
will
down
go
to
on
his
to his
kids.
kids. Jordan could have launched no brand. Jordan didn't put the work into what Nike took to bring his brand and establish. Nike didn't just pop up and was a major success. They had to do their
Jordan,
work. They had to do their groundwork. Jordan was about to waste his time with that shit.
Well, he was in the league at the time. He didn't have time to even do that shit.
Yeah,
He was a
and it probably
basketball
wouldn't be an
player.
interest of his. So he parlayed. Nike's been an amazing deal for that nigga. Shit, he ain't complaining.
what I'm saying is that you could do more when you own something than if you just have your name on something. That's the same. You could just do more. You could do more with it.
Yeah,
Stephon Marbury could pass his company down to his kids, and they could make it into
Man,
a brand that's
Stephon
just
Marbury
that big.
company ain't shit. It was a great idea, great concept that turned into
Okay.
nothing.
And you know who killed that company? We did. We kept saying the shoes were trash. It couldn't be this, couldn't do this. And he had a pro actually cut it open, and it proved that he had more padding in his shoe than Nike got in his.
But it ain't just
his
black
bears.
folks. Even foreigners would be the ones who would buy that shit, Troy. And even the foreigners stop wanting to wear that shit once they start getting a certain type of income and can buy certain clothes. They ain't about to be seen in that kind of shit.
And
That's because
everybody
of
can't
us
just
too.
have a shoe either. Like,
That's
you know
because
what
of
I mean?
us too. That's because of
Only
us too.
superstars have good shoe sales, and Stephon Marbury ain't never really been a superstar like that. He ain't never had no
But
championship. He ain't never been to the finals.
Troy trying to justify buying his kid them cheap ass Shaq shoes.
How do you know that? You said cheap in what way? Because of the price or because of material? What is your
All of it, bro. All of it.
Hey,
No. Because the shoes were fine.
Hey, let's get some last words because
Right.
y'all gonna have me in this bitch to fucking 3 in the morning. This shit. Let me get off this mug.
It's 4:00 over here.
Shit, it's 1:25 over here. But shit, yeah,
Well,
I'll go shit. Oh, now go ahead.
No. I was just saying thanks for the audience. And I'm gonna pop in from time to time when you do these shows on Trump because I want to hear what your boy's opinion is now. Brandon.
Oh no, my cousin flipped.
Brandon.
He
I
said,
want to hear
"Fuck
his
Trump."
opinion.
I didn't clip that shit in the video for tomorrow.
Dude said, "Fuck Trump."
Yeah, man. He said, "Man,
Oh
Trump
man,
done."
Deuce mad that check ain't come, huh?
I thought somebody poisoned my motherfucking water. I couldn't believe what the hell I wrote. I was shocked in the motherfucker.
Yeah, I went to hear Brandon's opinion and the other guy, what is the dude's name? He's a fucking weasel. Pittsburgh T. Yeah, he's a fucking weasel. And I'm not calling him out his name because I called him that while we were on a panel, so I don't want you to think I'm talking behind it. But he's just a fucking weasel. I can't stand him. But yeah. But all right, y'all have a good night.
At this point, everybody view should be the same. I mean, we seeing this shit, but some people are just justify everybody's bullshit. And I'm just not that kind of person. You know what I'm saying? Bullshit is bullshit. But, shit. one day, hopefully, we get this shit together. You know what I'm saying, and be in power or something around here to where we can make some fucking decisions for our people and fucking come up. You know what I'm saying? We need to come up together and get our goddamn money together. That's always gonna be my my preaching lesson. You know what I'm saying? Let's get this money and let's put it together because everything is for sale. You want the fucking president to do what you want him to do? Shit, you don't have to put that money up. You want a motherfucking judge or something to do what you want him to do, man, you don't have to put that money up. So, let's get this money.
And it's wrong. You should, with a president, because that motherfucker's supposed to represent the people. You shouldn't be having it, and then that lets you know how corrupt Trump is. You shouldn't be having to put money up to get this nigga to do shit. So therefore, that's even more the reason for people, if you righteous and clearing your thinking, truly American, to be like, get any motherfucker like that out of position.
Yeah, it ain't just him though. This has been president since the beginning of time.
All these white dudes.
This why they take all them donations and go on them campaign trails and shit. The motherfuckers that put that money up, those who agenda they on, they not caring about a motherfucker who didn't put no money up, didn't put no money in their pocket. They not gonna fight for you. These people is not of the people. These is rich motherfuckers that's in places that we not. They give a fuck about what we going through. You know what I'm saying? Unless we start just voting for motherfuckers that ain't rich, then they not gonna be for the people, not for us.
Yeah, but no, go ahead and give your last words, man.
That's my last words, you know what I'm saying? Get this money up, you know what I'm saying? Get it together and shit. Stay black, you know what I'm saying? Look out for yours. Let's be better to each other, you know what I'm saying? In business, let's just do good business. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of them people that I don't want my name to be on no bad business. So I'm always just trying to do good business. I want my name to be solid in business. You know what I'm saying? So, let's treat each other better as, in business and as neighbors and as people. You know what I'm saying? And shit, we'll get some shit together. Let's learn from these other people. You can't catch white people talking bad about a motherfucking white person, even when they doing bad. Motherfucker kill his whole family. The news posts a picture of him and his family on jet skis and shit. But a nigga jaywalk and they gonna have his mug shot up there. Like, that's the type of propaganda they do to look out for each other. So, you know what I'm saying? That's it, man. Shit. Thank y'all for having me. Shit. Until next time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. I'll catch you. Oh, we doing West Coast Wednesday tomorrow, man. So I'll catch y'all on the backup channel and shit. We're gonna be doing the music, West Coast music only. And also with Metro, man, hopefully they find whatever little piece of shit shot that lady and that little kid. But that's all I got. I'm out this joint. Peace.